Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pearl Invitational Week 1 of our Invitational series for, oh gosh, what is this? Season 18. 18 times we've done this. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We are CMSA, that stands for Chicago Metropolitan Sports Association. We're the largest LGBTQ plus sports nonprofit in the Midwest. And now we've had esports now since 2018. So many years, so many invitationals, and this year is going to be a great one. Joining me on the broadcast tonight, I have two new players to, or at least new faces to the stream: Space Dandy 94 and Cake Monster. Space Dandy 94, welcome to the broadcast. Introduce yourself, please.
Thank you, Sam. I am Space Dandy 94. I have been playing for about 2.5 seasons in CMSA. Met a lot of good people. Had a lot of good fun. So here I am and giving back and commandeering for our Pearl sectionals tonight. So
And Cake Monster, welcome to the broadcast.
You know what? Thank you so much for having me. I was super nervous, but now that we're lights on, camera action, I am here for it. What's going, guys? What's going on, guys? I am your resident jungler, your resident sub. This is my first season being part of this awesome sauce. And I am just looking forward to some great plays, some good matchup, and some really good fun.
So tonight we're going to be hosting the invitationals. What this means is that the community has voted on 10 players that are going to be going head to head tonight. They'll be locked into their lanes wherever you've put them, and they'll be playing one another. And tonight is a celebration of season 18, a celebration of CMSA League of Legends eSports. And the format that our participants are going to be following is a fearless draft style format. And Cake, you've volunteered to try and explain what in the world that means.
All right. So for those who don't know, Fearless Draft is a fresh and exciting twist on the traditional picker ban system in League of Legends. It's designed to push teams to their limits by encouraging creativity and adaptability through the series. This is how it works. Any champion picked by either team in one game becomes unavailable for both teams in the following game. This means teams can't rely on the same champions repeatedly and must constantly adjust their strategies. The reason why this is so cool is because the format does reward teams with deeper champ pools. It kind of sections out those people that are the one and done. I picked this player, and it gives the ability to think on their feet. It's all about showcasing versatility and keeping the game fresh and predictable. Players need to plan ahead, not just for the current game, but for the entire series. Every pick matters. Every decision can ripple into the next game, making the draft phase even more intense. The Fearless format shakes things up, ensuring no two games in the series feel the same. It's a game changer for both the players and the people watching, making it a very thrilling experience.
My God, such an articulate description of Fearless Draft. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. So without further ado, and getting to see these players in action, what we're going to be doing is kind of walking through each of the players that you're going to see participating, and then after that we'll go through them lane by lane. Space Dandy, will you please introduce our players?
certainly. So we're gonna work our way from top to bottom, starting in the top lane. On blue side, we have Genuine, and on red side, we have Kung Pao. Next, our junglers. Blue side, we have Kazik Zik, and red side, we have Isaac. Mid lane, we have Mithra on blue side, and on red side, we have John. For, I think it goes 80C next.
Mm-hmm.
For blue side, we have Liam, and red side, we have Tiltery Clinton. And for our supports, blue side, we have Zorella Bear, and red side, Ladmir.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
I just wanted to say it is like a breath of fresh air every time we start invitationals, and you get just to hear the returning names and then some new players to the invitationals. It's so exciting. So I think now what we're going to go do is have our players in the two lobbies go ahead and start the fearless draft, and so we'll be able to see kind of what they're thinking right away. And as they do that, we're going to go through each lane kind of one by one and share our thoughts on some of the players. So let's start in the top lane where we have Kung Pao taking on Dirge. What can either of you tell me about these players or just the top lane kind of meta in general right now?
So I've personally played against both of them very much, and especially in this past season, where I'm usually a jungle main, but I had the opportunity to play top lane a little bit, and I'll tell you what, both of them have quite the push to shove ratio when it comes to dominating the top lane. They're Genuine's a Teemo main, and of course we all know how Teemos go. They but man, does he rock it, and he's proud of it. Kelton is also or Kung Pao is also a wild card. I mean, I've seen him play anything from Urgot to Trundle, that bruiser push into your turret kind of guy. And then I've also seen him play very big defensive characters as well too. So it's kind of exciting to see how it's going to match up for them up top lane.
Yeah, I think the best thing to take into account, especially when you're looking at the top lane, is how well they manage their waves. I think the biggest thing I noticed when I played against Kung Pao was his ability to have solid lane management, which made it really hard for me as a jungler to gank. And so I'm really looking forward to see how they match up against each other and how they plan to make the difference in these teams.
Excited. I love I've been able to play against both Dirge and Kung Pao Kelton in the top lane, and so this is going to be a great matchup. I don't know. I feel like if we've seen this on stream, it's been a while because both of these players, because oftentimes Kelton is helping out with the invitationals. So on our stream now, we've got, it looks like we are starting the Fearless Draft. And so we'll be able to start kind of seeing these first bans. Let's now talk about the jungle matchup here between Kha'Zix and what is it? I know their in-game name is level 99 Pikachu and Isaac.
I've had the awesome experience of playing against both of them, and I can happily say both are a menace in a good way. I think that the way they play, their level of aggression, will be one of the biggest difference makers going into not only the first game, but the second and the third as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they play against each other, if there's going to be early invades, and when they choose and decide to have that one-on-one jungle fight. I feel like it's bound to happen.
And then I want to quick jump in here as I'm seeing some of the players. The broadcast is ready to start Fearless Draft. I just want to communicate that. The broadcast is ready to start Fearless Draft. So hopefully the players get the message. Great. I'm getting word that they're getting ready to start. Yeah, and the jungle is one of those things, especially in Invitational. The jungle has so much power to control the early parts of the games and early on as a player. If you're feeling nervous at all about playing in front of everyone on the stream, it can really either ease the nerves to get that early first blood or make it a whole lot harder if you're in a lane that's being targeted or struggling and then you're just not able to get any traction, and the jungle can come and help alleviate that a lot of the times. If it's like an awkward wave bounce or something, you can communicate to your jungle and kind of get bailed out of the situation. So the jungles are going to be so important to watch. I'm curious if there's going to be any kind of special plans that the junglers have in store, whether it's an early invade or some sort of an early cheese, or if they're just going to play a little bit safer and just kind of go for that like full clear sort of farming play style.
Yeah.
Right. We are now seeing some bands coming out. We've got Briar and Aphelios here banned already. Aphelios banned against Liam for sure. And then we've got Silas and Shavana banned here against the by Watcher Shrooms against the Nasty Girls.
I do notice with the bans that looks like Red Side is definitely making sure that they get rid of some solid CC and that power clearing of Shavana. I think is really important to take into account here. I think with Blue Side, with the split pushing power of Yorick, as well as the heavy engage from Briar, they are aiming to kind of mitigate those issues. But the Zach did get picked. And we all know how Zach works on Red Side.
And wait, tell me. All right, so go ahead, Space Sandy.
I see also on Blue Side for the Nasty Girls, Syndra was picked. I know that is Mithra's main. So we're going to see some pretty big, heavy action happening mid lane right off the rip. He loves engaging and playing with the Syndra. I can tell you that for certain.
And that's one of the things about Fearless format. It's like you have to, if you leave up a big pick like that, hopefully you've got some idea of what you're going to do to counter it. But also like, okay, now you don't have to worry about banning it every single game. So it's a good strategy if you're willing to just kind of, you know what, we're going to let it through one game and then we don't have to worry about it and we can use our bans elsewhere going forward.
Yeah, if you can survive, it's one of those. If you can survive their best, you know, we see what they can pull out next game.
So then on Watcher Shrooms, first two pulled out are Zach and Urgot here. So Zach, a very much a comfort pick for Kha'Zix. Now wait, Watcher Shrooms is the team with Mithra. Am I crazy here? I'm not sure. I hope this is all correct here. So Watcher Shrooms has Mithra on it, and that means that the Syndra has been picked away from Mithra. Am I reading that right?
You're right.
Yeah.
So that's a very deliberate counter pick, and they don't have to worry about any bans on it. I think I had my screens mixed up, but great. It's a good pick there.
I also noticed that. I just realized I had it backwards. That's my apology and mistake.
That's also my fault as well.
No worries. We'll move, and so now we'll see. Okay, how well is John going to be able to pilot this Mithra or this Syndra against Mithra? One of the things, John is a player known for a wide range of champions that John can play in many different roles, not just the mid lane. So I feel like even though Mithra definitely will have the expertise on that and is going to know exactly probably what Mithra wants to play into it and counter it, John will have some experience with it and is adept at most champions. So it'll be fun to tune into.
Ooh, I was wondering if somebody would pick the Diana. Diana is currently overtuned right now as far as the buffs and the patch notes are concerned. Just not only in the jungle, but in the mid lane. They've made it so she's a lot more feasible throughout the game. So I wonder if that pick is going to be a big difference maker when it comes to dealing with Kha'Zix in team fights. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
See, that's something I'm not too aware of right now. What part of Diana, like, what is her strongest point in the game right now? Team fighting, early skirmishing, jungle clear speed?
Early mid game, always look at kind of Diana as having a timer on her. If we get too late in the game, and you allow your enemy team to actually stack well against you, it becomes a lot more troublesome for you to get in, get your kills, and get out. But early to mid game, she is a force. They also did the buff on Malphite as well. So Malphite just got an armor boost, which obviously he scales off of armor. So that's another thing to take into account, that his base stats have all been increased, which means he starts with a little bit more oomph.
So now both teams are in the second part of this draft. They've gotten 2 more bans. We saw some support bans, 3 support bans here. So Leona off the table, as is Seraphine and Vel'Koz, and then 180 carry ban, and that is a Jinx ban against Tiltery Clinton. So it's very curious. A lot of teams will pick up their support super early in a draft, but instead, both teams elected to kind of have their bot lane being a little protected here in the picks bans, and somehow Liam getting a signature pickup in this Neela here.
Man, their team fight looks amazing. The ults stack on top of each other, and Urgot can just pick one of them out. But it also goes the same for Nasty Girls. I mean, you've got Braum ult into Malphite ults, Syndra with the stun, MF with the ult, Kha'Zix going in and jumping through the back line to take out who he needs to take out. I think that these are going to be some devastating team fights. And the Amelia, who has like the best shields in the game right now, so they've got a lot of hyper fighting that's going to be happening. These team fights are going to be absolutely. I feel like they're just going to be massacres one way or the other.
Now that these teams have been locked in and we get ready to load onto the Rift, kind of tell me, what do you guys make of these? And Space Anime, we'll start with you. What do you make of these 2 teams? Do you give either team an edge at any particular point in the game?
I know typically Watch for Shrooms, most of those players, they're definitely objective based. They will completely and utterly try and dominate for objectives. Because a lot of them players strongly believe that getting, Dragon Soul, Elder, Baron, all that is what really helps give that push in order to, get end game objective going.
Yeah, and I think that on the Nasty Girl side, there's going to be an emphasis on picking people out, getting an early game advantage, so that they can make those plays for those objectives, because they know that Watch for Shrooms is definitely going to be very objective based. So I think their overall goal with their picks are to be able to isolate and take out people when needed, so that they can have free range over the objectives.
When I look at this, like these teams, I just want to. I'm like scared for what Watcher Shrooms can be, just because they seem to have so many strong picks that synergize with each other and are comfort picks for some of the players. Durjun has been on Urgot at an invitational, I believe, before. Like, this is a great pick here. Wants to be in the middle of a team fight, just exploding those legs in all directions. You've got Liam on Neela, who just can go off in a team fight. Has such an uncanny way of waiting for that perfect moment where the carries from the Nasty Girls get a little too close together and then bring them all in, and you've got an instant combo. But it's not just Neela on the side of Watch for Shrooms that can make a team fight really, really work. You've got Kha'Zix that can come in and make sure that Tiltery Clinton and John aren't running away on those carries. And then you've got follow-up, not just from the Neela, but also from the Diana. So it is a scary day to be a carry if you're the Nasty Girls. I think Isaac is going to have their work cut out for them, trying to like assassinate like a Liam or an Emilio prior to a team fight. If the Nasty Girls is going to have a say in this, they need to have a very well structured fight that has a lot of vision. But they have the right player for that. Vladimir always is at the top of the leaderboards when it comes to vision, because you cannot be getting flanked if you are the Nasty Girls. The flank from Watch for Shrooms is so strong, and so Vladimir on that Braum is going to be laying down so many wards, helping to make sure that the carries just have a nice pocket of vision that they can sit back and unleash that bullet time and unleash the unleashed power onto Watch for Shrooms from range.
Yeah, because I'm going to build off of what you said about the whole vision thing from Nasty Girls, because they have to have that vision out there, especially with how you're saying how explosive Watch Your Shrooms can be when they can get in, get out, and just leave a nuke explosion behind them. But the Nasty Girls have very much that very similar potential. All the wombo comboing with a Malphite and Lad with the Braum R, and then stacking Misfortune R right on top of it. Like lots of CC right there in order to just stop them and completely mow them down. And then, because level 99 Pikachu on Kha'Zix, he can, creep up and get some nasty picks off too. So I'm excited to see how both teams, wombo combo each other using each other's abilities and ultimates. I'm really excited for this matchup.
Oh yeah, I think both teams have the ability for absolute destruction in these team fights, in these small skirmishes. I think the biggest thing I'm going to be paying attention to is not only the jungle pathing, but how these small skirmishes in the early and the laning phase stack up as we start to get further and further into the game. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Urgot and Malphite pair against each other. I also am really interested to see how these bot lanes go against each other. Both of them have good engage, both good shielding, both good disengage. And so it'll be interesting to see where their positioning is and how they do their laning, who's freezing, who's pushing, and how that communication is going to affect the game in the long term.
I have a question for you guys as we're waiting for the loading screen to kick off. What positions do you tend to play on the Rift?
Go ahead, Cake.
Oh, me? Jungle. Jungle and jungle. If I can play the jungle, I am at home. A lot of people aren't the biggest fan of jungle, but for me, that is my safe space. I do also flex around in support, and I rarely play mid, but I can.
I'd have to say, yep. I'd have to say, jungle is where most of my strong points are. I learned to play that role because nobody else wanted to play it when I very first started. I got kind of shamed into that position, but aside from that, I love playing top lane. I love playing my bruisers and such up there. But I like playing any lane. I like having the challenge of playing it all. I play some really good support. ADC is still my weakest link, sadly. But other than that, yeah, I would say jungle and top lane are definitely my homelands there.
Well, similar to your League of Legends experience on the broadcast, ADC is also our weakest link because that is my role that I play, and so I was known as like a one-trick Callista back in season 1 of CMSA. I have mostly been lending my talents to broadcast since then, but I wish I could play again. I really like to. I've been playing around with the WASD movement on the PBE and seeing if that's going to help my old man ADC hands. 2 things from chat I want to call out. One is, Cake, you have some fans in the Twitch chat, Cake.
Let's go.
Thank you for bringing some viewers.
Hey, and then Egg Nation, we try to bring people together.
And then there were rumors about my bow tie. If we can get a real game 3 going, I will for sure go and get a bow tie for game 3. I rest assured. But with that said, we are on the Rift, and both teams are heading out of base. Already some pings are happening. I love how this is Nasty Girls on the blue side here. They are coordinated, looking for an early pick. Are they going to find anything?
Already. Look at them. Uh-oh.
They're down for the chase.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of ward pinging. You can tell these guys really love catching their vision on the map.
5 gold is 5 gold.
That's one of those moments that I want to know, like, Liam, did you scream when you saw that big Malphite walk out of that rock? did you just calmly click away, or I bet there was something audible there?
Oh yeah.
Especially in invitationals. You don't put it past someone. They might flash for you. You got to be ready to run.
Says we have a bit of a sound echo.
Hopefully we can resolve that as it goes. If we have a little sound echo, we'll see. Otherwise, I'll stop screaming.
I might have turned the wrong knob on my microphone too. It's got an echo knob on it, so.
Right away, Mithra John. I'm curious who's going to win the early poke battle. Mithra getting push here on this ranged champion of Syndra. But getting ahead of the poke a little bit. Mithra hitting 2, but John respecting. You can see the respect coming out of this mid lane. Not going to let anything early happen. I expect most of the early tussles to be in the top and bottom lane here. As Nyla has the level 2. But not Liam, not looking to go in quite yet. Braum Misfortune very, very powerful early. And Nyla scaling so well. Doesn't have to force anything, but Liam walking up, taking a big trade here. Continuing to kind of lean in, knowing that it's at Melio. For rejuvenation. Oh, Tiltery. Getting the stun. The concussive blow procced.
As we're up to top lane here, we can see Durg is getting his push in. Typical Urgot behavior. Dominating the creep score in lane.
Yeah, nice early push, but Kung Pao will have the opportunity to get that back as they slowly push out. And now that big early trade you saw in the bot lane, you have an Enchanter on one side, so Liam gonna have the level advantage. And trying to restore some of that HP back here so that they can look for a potential all-in onto Tiltery, but also you're Neela. You don't have to find anything. You don't have to force anything until later. And Liam plays those team fights so incredibly well. And with Sorella there, she's gonna do her job, get some wards down, see if Isaac can get around as both the junglers now are gonna meet into that river just north of here for that scuttle. First little tussle, and level 99 Pikachu looks to score it. First blood happening in the mid lane, but there's a bit of a fight here as they try to run. And all members of Watch for Shrooms are going to get away, but a little bit of damage going to have to go back to base. Spies a push in for Tiltery and Lad. So that first little win here going to the side of Nasty Girls with that steal, but the individual kill going on to Watch for Shrooms from Diana in the mid lane.
On the advantage side, level 99 did smite it away from Zach. So it did give him that little bit of a vision advantage, but they weren't able to really collect anything from that while the Diana was getting the kill off on Syndra, which is a really big boost for her, which able to kind of streamline her damage advantage.
Looks like got something going on top lane here too.
Zach sleeping in, hitting out stretching strikes, but there's just no second arm thing to grab onto, so cannot yank Elton back into the lane. We'll get away and get a reset. So as we come to this kind of second big full clear here, usually Dragon starts to be thought of. Does either side have an advantage here when it comes to the early Dragon or lane state?
I think it really depends on the wave state. Mithra's been doing a really good job at holding that wave state closer to his side of the lane in order to make it so that it is almost impossible for Syndra to engage or take advantage. And Syndra has to keep her E readily available just in case Mithra dashes in. to prevent the all-in that is Diana.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Cake there. It's definitely based on your mid and bot lane pressure, and also like whether they're ahead or not, this, that, and another, the vision control, and it really does get down to a wire there where, again, like you mentioned earlier, Sam, that vision control is a big make or play when it comes down to rotating for those objectives as well too.
But here's Mithra rotating down on a Kha'Zix, who it's a level 5, or I'm sorry, rotating down onto Isaac. It's a level 5 Kha'Zix meeting a level 7 Diana, and that is a Kha'Zix that is no longer on the map. So now we'll definitely have some vision control, but Kha'Zix here looking to see if there can be an additional extension onto this play. Mithra now going down Moonfall, but now out of mana, can't really follow up on this. Dropping low, Tiltree stepping forward is going to pick that up. It goes to John here. Now Tiltree trying to kite away, but Kha'Zix back in. They're back on the pursuit here. Braum jumping forward, looking to see, can they land a Winter's Bite for a slow? Hits one target, but everyone has now dissipated. And are they going to be able to start Dragon off this? The pings are coming down. Looks like they may try. Now, Watch for Shrooms has vision of this.
Yeah, I can definitely see them waiting for a last moment smite. That Zach loves coming in and flying and doing the flying smite drive by. Oh, never mind. He's up top, so it is all.
He is top lane. He opted to do a little tradesies, so he's working on the Void Grubs. You know, that's a very common thing to do. If I don't think I have an advantage on getting the dragon, but I can definitely take the grubs, I will opt for the trade-off because it's the first dragon.
Ooh, we do have a mid lane.
Go ahead.
Yep, I was going to say we got the mid lane rotating top, going in on Kung Pao and got the kill.
Not only the kill, but also the feat of warfare there claimed for Watch Your Shrooms. So 3 kills have been scored. The creeps are tied, but here's Kha'Zix in that bot lane. Melio, great job quickly stymieing any CC attempt by this Braum. Kha'Zix wants to try something. They know they have Tiltree here who's ganking his own lane from River here as this misfortune. They do have a temporary 2v3. And now the MF coming around the ganking angle. Liam sees it, gonna jump to target. Oh, the ult, Glacial Fissure just goes wide, as does Winter's Bite, and so there is no kill. Liam escaping.
This is where they can take a huge advantage and get a good push down bot lane, maybe even a couple plates.
Meanwhile, you know, top lane being the lonely island that it is, you know, they're just, you know, Kung Pao and Derjin are just living their best lives up there.
I was going to say, top's an island, but everybody's vibing.
Mm-hmm.
Mithra anytime Mithra has an opportunity to just send John back to lane, definitely punishing this this pick. There's kind of a knowledge check here happening in that mid lane right now, but the CS advantage is going John's way. And after that, other than that first kill that John gave up, has been playing very well. And now, first major item complete on the whole map is a Rod of Ages. So getting an early stack here for Syndra.
Very good with keeping up on or keeping ahead on CS in order to maintain a level of being in the game.
Oh, and here you see level 99 Pikachu taking a turret shot to get all the way in and around to gank that top lane, and Derjun caught completely off guard, and that's a big connection here. But meanwhile, also in the mid lane, there's more happening as once again though, Zach in a stretching strike cannot convert. John trying to kill all these little globules, stunning this Diana under the tower, and gonna walk away. John, well done there. Can this Kha'Zix straight off of a kill top do anything here in the mid lane? Myth returning back, trying to chase him away, says, hey, I still have a level lead.
Mithra said, here's a knowledge check, and John said, bet.
Oh, absolutely. Mithra not basing here on this HP, just content. Oh, we're gonna just clear out that pink now, go back. So that might open something up backing on this vision here. We'll see if Nasty Girls can do anything with it. Get some deep vision down, says Lad. On both sides, fighting over the vision in this tri-brush like it is the game-winning turret here. I love it when the pink ward becomes more valuable than all these CS here. You do not want to lose that vision.
Pink wards are main objectives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost kind of a little bait here because they know all about this level 99 Pikachu. They saw it, but Liam's going to go in right as Mithra Alive is here. Bullet time opens up on them, turning it completely around as not Liam, though, does score a kill, and now they're back into the back line. Both of the carries both the bot lane here for the Nasty Girls go down. So they tried to bring Syndra down from the mid lane, and there was just nothing happening here. And so now Watch for Shrooms has all the control over this second dragon.
And that's kind of the biggest thing with the trade advantage. You know, I can give you first dragon, but we're definitely gonna fight 5 minutes later for that second dragon. And I'm gonna make you think that second dragon was way more important than that first one for how much we fight for it.
So at 14 minutes into the game, a 1k gold lead is all that separates these two teams. Just back and forth. Durjnoon says, I have just completed a Black Cleaver. Malphite, you're no longer allowed to have any armor in my lane. Just continuing to kite forward and punish this Malphite. Black Cleaver item spike just being showcased there by Durjnoon.
He took all the kneecaps. All of them. Oh, the swing and the miss. Oh no!
He got him with the execute.
What a play by Durjnoon. Taking it under, taking the turret shot, but really just getting the bait there. But in the bot lane also, look at it, more fighting as Kha'Zix is on top of Tiltary. Hitting the slow, but Tiltary's trying to strut out of there. Going in, but Vladimir coming through to absolutely say, get behind me, and escort Tiltary to safety.
That was a big get down Mr. President kind of vibe right there. Jumped right in, threw up the shield, and blocked all the hits, making Tiltary finally get out of there alive. That was a good play on Lad's part for sure.
One thing that might not be getting out of here alive is the turret, and let's see now if Lad, I don't think there's anyone that's going to be able to save you here, as not Liam claims that kill as the 3-man happens in the bot lane, and that is also the first tower, which means that the feats are going to be claimed from whoever can take the objectives here.
I love it. Mother said this is also my jungle as well.
Well, that's what these early towers can do. They can really start to open up the map here, and we'll see Zarella Bear getting to go into the enemy jungle, get some nice deep vision down, see if there's any plays to be made here. As look at them, the Watch for Shrooms really starting to move around the map as a unit here around this Rift Herald spawn.
And blue team got the Rift Herald.
They take it, but red team is here for the fight, and I think that's what they really wanted. Derjun trying to leap in. Kung Pao forced to use that unstoppable force to get away right onto a barrier and get there. But look at the pursuit. Not Liam all the way in, but a little bit too far. Getting shut down by this Isaac. And now the watch for Shrooms. They end up limping away here. They don't get the Rift Herald, and they also lose their 80 carry. So great keep there from Nasty Girls.
I think Tiltery staying bot side was a great plan for them because it lets them start to get that first turret and open their up options.
I think the whole map is going to feel a lot more roomy now. Both the bot lane turrets have fallen and a mid lane turret has fallen here. So and you can already tell these teams are really not wanting to send people out on their own if it's risky. They really want to fight together. You see lots of groups of 3 and already another fight breaking out here. This big Zach just bouncing around in the enemy team. Liam once again trying so hard, and this time we'll connect one. Zach once again in the back line, looking for a stretching strike to connect. There's one target, but no second target yet again. And Tiltery just kind of poking by in some time. Zach, how far are you in here? It's Kha'Zix trying to get away. Does he have cell division available? Emilio trying to make sure he doesn't need it, but now is an opportunity. Mithra now going in. It's got a conga line here for Watch of Shrooms. Single file, and all the focus onto Mithra means that Mithra is going to get shut down. John collecting that bounty.
The gold lead has switched from a 2K lead on the red side to a 300 gold lead. So many things happened so quickly there in the last 5 minutes.
These team fights have definitely been often and explosive. Sometimes, especially at Invitational, I'm curious if teams like to kind of sit and just farm, play to maybe a set sort of a scaling strategy, but both these teams are ready and willing to fight. It's definitely Watcher Shrooms that's starting them off as Kung Pao takes the word and says, I'm just going to stand here and fight, but look, it's a 2v1. Derjun trying to fight, trying to quickly kill this Kha'Zix, but you got some invisibility. Derjun going down.
Seeing a lot of pings down towards the bot lane there. Everybody wants to rotate for that third dragon objective.
I just sort of wait and we'll see. Can we see a smite steal from the Braum? Oh, goes down with the bullet time, trying to shake up the timing, but Kha'Zix just absolutely ready to smite it away. Oh, Mithra like activating a sixth sense there, knowing about the members in the jungle, had the flank but was spotted out, and now the rest of the members are here. Fight very broken, not Liam diving both carries in the back, got them both low but did not score a kill. But they're not out of the fight completely. That means there's just no damage left to follow for Nasty Girls, so they're gonna have to start running. So watch for Shrooms. Again, right now both sides have lost 2. Watch for Shrooms always in this moment, it seems, that they are so close to finding a pick and just can't quite chase. The disengage from Nasty Girl is too strong.
Good time to back. No objectives up on the board, giving them a chance to reset, maybe recalibrate the strategy, and come up with a different game plan. Looks like the gold difference is now on blue side by almost 1K.
Yeah, but at this point, so close. 21 minutes less than a 1K gold lead here for either team. The game is really balanced on a razor's edge. It feels like that a big team fight around like a Baron or this third dragon could be very decisive.
goes to Zik dropping in. But faded back out. Got 3 mid on both sides. Looks like they're rotating for the red.
You can like feel the tension as both sides just are kind of posturing. They're really fighting for vision. They're making sure that they're staying together. Nobody wants to get picked. The jungle lady carry close on the bot side, but here they're trying to find something mid. Kung Pao just getting away. They're trying to follow up. Are they going to dive? I don't think they want to go on this Braum. The Urgot, I think that was the Urgot ult that came out there, but not quite low enough. So again, it's just a reset it's a reset, but you also get to push forward and take some vision.
And the Braum shield is so strong. He literally just sat there, stalwart, like, yeah, you're not getting through here.
So how do both these teams kind of play from here on? What is the win condition?
I feel like if blue side ends up getting more of a pick on one of their strong suits, kind of like the Urgot or Liam on that Neela, that if they get a pick like that where a lot of the damage is coming from, it might be game over to where they can easily push into it. But also at the same time, red side has a lot of the engage with Kazik on Zach and Urgot being able to E right in and have that shield and just blast kneecaps. And I'm
going to interrupt your thought because Otacon has been started and Nasty Girls figured it out. And now both sides have kind of committed to a fight, and you will see Therapy on Death landing onto Vladimir. Big wall is down, a huge bullet time coming out from Misfortune, but going golden is Misra. So much of them taking everyone out. Nasty Girls is going to win this team fight in a triple. Coming through for John, so well played there, patiently sniffing it out as Watch for Shrooms not valuing the magic resist shred coming from that Otacon, taking the fight anyway, and Nasty Girls coming out on top and winning big.
I think the big thing to take into account there is that they did start the Atacon, but instead of finishing it, even though somebody was about to get picked out, they rotated to help their teammate. But in the end, it ended up costing them not only the team fight, but also Atacon, which is a big objective at this point in the game.
Yeah, and right now the gold lead is as big as the biggest gold lead of the game here for the side of the Nasty Girls. So that was huge. It seems like that could be the moment we were waiting for, and now Second Dragon is up. Nasty Girls hot on the map. They're going to find another pick here. Zerelabor just trying to ward, and then they're going to continue the fight in. Now they've caught Liam as well. 2 kills down, and that is going to be a second dragon for Nasty Girls. Wow, how quickly the conversation changes. What does Watch Your Shrooms need to do to get back into this, having just given up almost 5K in gold?
They're gonna have to do one part play it safe, and 2 part, like I said, they have some solid people to pick that they need to take out. They gotta focus down their damage dealers in order to navigate these team fights.
I have a question for the stream. Maybe someone can help me out. In spectate mode, how do you switch it to the scoreboard? We see the timeline down there at the bottom of the screen. How do we switch it to the scoreboard? Or how do we get rid of the timeline? I guess it's my other question. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you, Jogon. Oh, a fight comes out here. And this time, all of Watch for Shrooms patiently waiting for someone to check that river, and they find the face check of Nasty Girls. They'll get 2 kills back, and that means they have full control over the Baron side. And here might be a way to get back in it. Just sit in an unwarded brush and wait. and they start up the Baron now.
And this back and forth. Oh, wow! That isolation damage from level 99 Pikachu on the Kha'Zix. That was insane.
Yeah, I think
late the Baron.
Baron claimed, and I think not Liam, just probably complacent, thinking that surely the jungler would try to be doing something around the top side where that Baron was, but I think smart play to rotate down there to the bottom and try to make a play on the opposite side of the map. So surveying the items here, we've got major items complete for both sides. You see the Infinity Edge now done for not Liam. You see both the Collector and LDR done for Misfortune, so lots of damage coming from the carries, but certainly farthest in their build, you see Isaac here with all of those assassin items. If you're a squishy on the side of Watch for Shrooms, you have to be so incredibly careful.
Yeah, Opportunity is such a good item on Kha'Zix. It just makes him just that much more deadlier.
And an instant flash there from Liam, who did not want to get picked in the bot lane so close to their turret.
Liam said, "You're not clipping me on this stream."
Oh, it's Durjnoon on this Urgot applying so much pressure with these just Baron minions. Just let that cannon do the work. It looks like that Watch for Shrooms with their Baron has kind of decided to deploy into this like I don't know, 1-2-2 sort of configuration where they're pushing all 3 lanes at once. Can be effective, but you got to be careful that you don't get collapsed on with lots of members from Nasty Girls here. Now moving in to the darkness of the jungle. This is a play I love to do whenever I've got Baron. Send one member out pushing, the other 4 members kind of just in the jungle looking for any sort of a pick. And push every single wave as soon as it comes up. See how much you can get.
Mithra a little deep in the mid lane there.
Oh, but in the top lane, Urgot overstaying just a little bit. They bring 3 to the top lane and get a kill, and now they're going to be looking for more, but this is really more of a 4v5 here. Watch for Shrooms starting, not Liam is there, but Kung Pao, so much armor, takes forever to finally take down. John now arriving on the flank, trying to snipe out Mithra, doesn't quite have enough spheres out. Lad will eventually pick up a kill on to Kha'Zix, and the pursuit is so strong from Nasty Girls as Liam falls, and the disengage not quite as strong. Mithra getting tagged. Zerella Bear doing everything to try to keep the carry alive, but it's just not quite enough. And once again, Nasty Girls with a big team fight win.
I really had some hope there that Amelia was going to be that saving grace on getting her out, or getting Diana out there. But oh man, it was wild.
And it's that I've got the advantage. I'm gonna push it. I've got the Braum there. We can rotate around on the damage. And they were able to just continue to push and take advantage of that. Now they have an easy 3rd dragon.
And definitely, Lad on this Braum has been one of those champions that has just. I'm always saying the name or a skill because this Braum has been moving around the map and always nearby when kills and picks are happening. And for the 3rd time, you saw Isaac camping deep into the bot lane to try to get a pick on to Liam, and it worked once in the Baron, then he had to get the flash, and it just worked again. So it seems to be they're trying to pick on this. If you want to you cannot send your AD carry to a side lane to solo farm at this point in the game. It's just not safe anymore.
he's running right away. I thought maybe they were going to get the solo pick on the Melio there, but he zoomed right out of there.
You see Mithra, though, on the opposite side of the map kind of pushing. So sort of saying, okay, Nasty Girls, if you're gonna push all as 5, we'll kind of simultaneously push our side lanes and make you move around. Mithra, now as soon as he sees 4 in the mid lane, opting to take out this turret, and man, Diana can push turrets very quickly. But in that mid lane, they recognize there's no Syndra here. We have a numbers advantage, 4v3. Oh, Kha'Zix didn't want to quite commit to that slingshot in. Now we'll go. There it is. Stretching strikes back. Lad jumping away. Mithra, though, finding an angle. All of the CC is what it took to kill one lonely Braum. Have they overextended? No, it looks like they're just been able to walk out of this one. But look who is culling the mid lane behind them. There's a Kha'Zix who is on the flank here, and they're still in pursuit. Kha'Zix taking all of those creep away. They're completely surrounded, but it looks like Nasty Girls doesn't quite want to commit to this one.
It looks like the positioning was there, but it might have been a little low, maybe a little hesitant. They don't want to lose a fight right now. Losing a fight right now could be critical. That gap did shorten up from about 5K to about 3K, and they're slowly but surely trying to creep back. So these next couple fights, the next fight is going to be really decisive on who opens up the Nexus.
Yeah, we have Baron up right now, and then we've got Dragon up, and
yeah, Drag's going to be a big play for Nasty Girls because that'll be their 4th one for Soul.
Yeah, it's like this moment where it's like, okay, do we go for that Soul? Do we deny the enemy team Soul? But like, are we giving up Baron in the process? Both teams got some not easy questions to answer here as they try to navigate this late game. Man, Zach and the Elastic Slingshot just continuously trying to cut off level 99 Pikachu, who has managed to cut back, looking for the isolation onto Liam, who's refusing to give it to him. And somehow, man, Pikachu could find themselves in the back of Watch for Shrooms, and it is no problem. Just gonna sneak right on out of there.
Level 99's definitely got to have that fancy feet title. Just boot scooting, boogieing around everything right now.
Oh, Mithra going in, bringing off 2 key abilities from the side of Nasty Girls. Now the whole team is here to collapse. It's a temporary 4v5. Not level 99 Pikachu, though, has arrived into the back line, and that means the HP bars for Watch for Shrooms are evaporating. Both sides getting incredibly low, but a carry still alive. Not Liam getting stymied there by John. Not able to hold him. 3 with Apotheosis is going to mean his team is able to fire him up. And they end up winning the fight. They're going to try to take out this turret, and for the first time in a while, Watch Your Shrooms comes out ahead on a team fight.
And that was definitely very important for them to get that team fight knocked out, because it just, once again, I said that next team fight was going to be who opens up the Nexus.
Yeah, that was.
John, I mean, just Mithra. It's like you're on my signature champion, and you're letting John do this to you. What a great performance here out of John. 8-1 now, and Mithra flying a little too close to the Syndra goddess there.
Would like to go back to a second from that big team fight, man. That Mithra, though, getting that huge shutdown off a level 99 Pikachu. Over 1,000 gold in turn, which closed our gold gap by 1,000. With blue side, the Nasty Girls leading yet.
Now, you did see Watch for Shrooms. They got a huge push in, but a very quick counter Baron now taken from Nasty Girls. So kind of just, that's a lot of gold and now a lot of pushing power here that was just relinquished. So staying out a little bit too long on the map after that big win and a great call from Nasty Girls to just be like, okay, we had vision control before, they didn't retake it. Let's just get Baron.
And I think one of the big things to take into account is with the over pursuit by Mithra, instead of focusing on getting the turret knocked down so that the turret was open, it gave way to Mithra taking an unfortunate death, but also allowing them to have the advantage point to get to where they are now with the Baron.
All members of both teams here kind of crowding around the mid lane. Just gonna let the turrets besiege. Not a ton of long range kind of anti-siege here for Watch for Shrooms. They're a team that needs to arrive on the flank and get into that back line, so this is a very uncomfortable position here for this top red side.
Looks like you got Mithra maybe swinging out wide to get a pick on Kung Pao here. Oh,
looking for it. Oh, so close. Just couldn't quite rush over. But no large ultimates used. We still have both sides kind of available.
You know, small comment for you, Sam. I am actually very impressed with the fact of you constantly remembering the titles of the actual, like, character abilities. Mad props for that.
Tricks of the trade, my friend. Tricks of the trade.
Agreed. That is amazing. Me, I'd have been like, oh, he used his Q.
Exactly.
Well, John hit the Q, and Mithra goes bye-bye once again, and that could be that's a massive pick at this point in the game. It is, and a flash! The ultimate here from Malphite, followed up with an ultimate from Misfortune. That doesn't sound as good. As the Nasty Girls continues to just push down the mid lane, they've got 3 gray screens and a Baron, and it looks like game 1, the Nexus now in the sights of Nasty Girls.
And they will go down. Nasty Girls with the win.
That was one heck of a game, let me tell you. There was a lot of push to shove, kicking and screaming, and lots of objective pressures. And I love seeing it. It was very energetic match, to say the least.
With that, man. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to ask, think about who we want to pull in to interview after game number 1. Someone from Nasty Girls. Who would we like to interview?
Ooh, that is a great question. Let's
chat. Anyone we want to interview? Who do you think? Yeah. All right. We are going to drag in Isaac. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that. Here we go. We're going to drag in Isaac, who was on Kha'Zix from that game. Hello, Isaac.
And his picture is Kermit the Frog. I love it.
It's the Twitch stream. Are you open to do an interview with us before game number 2?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the win in game number 1. Talk to me in a second. Like, how do you feel about that game? Did everything go according to plan, or what did you have to do to bring in the W?
Yeah, I think most of unfortunately, it seemed like a lot of our team comp had a bit of miscommunication. You know, the push, the Syndra pushes into Malphite ults sometimes missed a little bit, but I think we were able to pull out some easy picks to cause us to pretty much call it a day.
Yeah, your jungle domination. I might need to borrow you for a day or two to learn the way of Kha'Zix, because I could tell you had a very solid map awareness. You were really in the right spots at the right time, and you were forcing a lot of bad decision making, which is kind of what you want to do as a jungler. Is I want you to make a decision, and then I want to let you know it was the wrong one. So
yeah, I just got to think like how I think, and what would I do, and so if I would do it, then that's where the other jungler is going to be.
I want to ask, there was a moment in that game where your opponents, Watch for Shrooms, won a team fight pretty handedly and were pushing down mid lane. They were like knocking on the door of the inhibitor, and it kind of looked like, oh, has Watch for Shrooms finally scaled? Have they just outscaled your team? What was it like in that moment, and how did you guys kind of recover and then just kind of push through for victory?
Yeah, so we seem to be on the losing end of most of those team fights, which was unfortunate, but I think we weren't playing to our strengths. Pick potential. We're looking for picks. We're not looking for team fighting, and that's primarily how we won. We pick off one by one until you're down to the bloom.
Space Dan, any questions or comments for Isaac while he's here?
I really wanted to point out that one moment, because I made a comment saying you definitely got the fancy feet title or something, because you've been either taking tango lessons or you have premonition or something, because you were dodging skill shot after skill shot, AoEs, the whole 9 yards, and the movements and premonition you have playing that Kha'Zix. I played against you once.
Yeah,
on that, and it is nasty, man.
Yeah. So I've been through the ringer. I've played most junglers, and I know where their strengths and where their weaknesses are. I used to play a lot of Zach. I'm named after him pretty much. And his strength, or one of his downfalls, is the moment he jumps, you kind of are on a one-way ticket train to that destination. So go the other way. That's as easy as it comes. I think I know what you're talking about when Zach was kind of looking for me. I know how most of these champions play. So yeah, I just have to learn how to move like someone who knows how to play, pretty much.
Knowledge is power, and that's beautifully well said.
If you could tell your opponents one thing before the next game, what would you tell them?
It's honestly so fun. I love that they let me have what I want, which is the Kha'Zix. I think my best champion is Kha'Zix. They let me have it, but they brought the fly swatter. Champions that I just cannot assassinate. I can't go in there until things look fine. I can't be the front line that I'm typically allowed to play. So it's very comforting to let me play what I want, but also make me like kind of regret that I want to play that, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Right, well-
definitely. And I think one of the things to take into account is, because this is Fearless Draft, I was
Yep.
saying that, a lot of people are going to have people play their all-star champion first, so that it's like, oh, I don't got to deal with that anymore. Let's see what they pull out next game. So I'm super excited to see what you do next.
And now Isaac can't deal with us anymore. We'll send you back to your team. Thank you so much for your interview,
you,
and good luck in the next game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. Good luck.
All right, what a great dynamic game number one, back and forth. It's all you can ask for. I'm looking forward to this draft to get started and us to head into the second game.
It'll be interesting to see what they do next, because I think, like he said, the biggest thing was they were trying to offset the loss of the team fights by sending ADCs by themselves. And Kha'Zix, like I said, that awareness he had, he was so quick on oh, you're sending them? No, I'll just take them out, and then you have to figure out what to do, because now you're going to be in a 4v5 situation. But remember, guys, this is Fearless Draft, which means the champions that were selected before cannot be selected again. The switch up, the tactics, and the style will be very important to see what people do next.
Yes, you couldn't have said it any better than myself. Hey, as long as we're plugging things, I also got to plug CMSA merch. If you do not own any CMSA eSports merchandise, please, you can go to CMSA. What is it? Whoa. I'm got to slow down here. You can go to shop, not merch, shop.cmsaesports.com, and you can get yourself some CMSA esports swag so that you can represent with CMSA esports gear. And maybe the next time we have like an in-person meetup or an event, you can either come wearing your usual colors or come showing off what you got from our merch store. Which, speaking of, do we have any events coming up for CMSA? Oh, we have the Haunted Halloween Hangout coming up on Friday, October 24th. It says, get ready for a frightfully fun evening with our Halloween game night on Discord. All you gotta do is join us, and we'll be playing online party games like Jackbox and some website I can't pronounce. And there are prizes as well. So if you don't have anything going on, Friday, October 24th, join us for a Haunted Halloween Hangout on the CMSA Discord. All right, it looks like they're going through the draft, like a second time, so they can quickly get our pre-bans done. Can you send me the link again? Either of you post it in our full chat so I can see it. I seem to have lost it. Thank you.
And this is a quick overview of the previous people plus the previous bans that happened. If you had shown up late to the party, that is okay. It happens to the best of us. We're happy to have you here now. Some of the really key bans that we had noticed were the Briar and the Jinx. I think that it'll be interesting to see what gets picked and played this time around.
One of the things I would not like. One thing that I'd definitely be curious about seeing is, are they going to continue just banning out Liam's Aphelios? Like, where does Liam go from here? The Aphelios and Nyla, definitely like the big two champions that the AD carry for Watch for Shrooms plays. I'm also curious to see what Lad is going to break out here. Braum is such a great protected pick. Lad was very dominant on that Braum, always where he needed to be, and other picks are kind of different that he likes to play. Whether it's a Zyra or a Vel'Koz, you kind of have more of like these poke sort of mages style. So I'm expecting to see kind of a different feel out of the bot lane here for game number 2.
It's definitely going to be a big change in vibe for almost both teams entirely, because as we've previously stated with the Fearless, it's really pushing people out of their comfort zone to where they have to pick their third plus string of a champion in order to actually that none of us have really even seen on our typical league nights and such. So it's going to be really interesting on how it's handled and how everybody and who everybody picks and whatnot.
As we are in draft now, we have very similar bans coming out from both sides. We have Silas, Shyvana, Briar, and Aphelios, and here's Nocturne. So identical bans for Watch for Shrooms from game number 1. I don't remember who the 6th ban was for Nasty Girls. Oh, it was York, and they've hovered it and locked that in. So the same 6 bans here. So the world is none of those comfort picks that we've decided or that we talked about are going to be seen here. And now Watch for Shrooms as first pick this time. See if that has any significance on the draft here.
Yeah, you gotta really think about it now, because like I said, those picks are gone. And Leona gets the first pull. So this time they decided to prioritize their support. And Leona's great for engaging. Has a solid stun on her ult. Actually, also, I think is a really good disengage as well.
That can be underrated as a disengage. I totally agree. Like you've got that like solar flare that you can just drop on the back line if you do get like disengaged from the rest of your, or like split up from the rest of your team, and then just like so much CC to just kind of roll and peel.
Ooh, this looks like it might be a brand support, maybe.
Maybe. Which means that he can slowly but surely pick apart their dwindle down their HP.
I was gonna say Brand could very well be like a sort of a flex, although I mean I guess Talon could, or I should say Brand could be a flex between John or Lad. I've seen them both play on that champion. With Talon now picked, I'm curious as to where this Talon's going. Is this a jungle Talon?
I mean, they technically did pick 2 junglers.
So true. It's a double jungle coming from Nasty Girls. You heard it here first.
I didn't know Gunny Hartman was playing. That dude will play anything at any position, and it's glorious. But nonetheless, that Talon, I've played against that Talon jungle before, and I'll tell you what, the wall jumping, immaculate and infuriating all at the same time. You always think you almost got him pinched up against the wall, and then
gone.
Well, and there were like shades of Talon in the way that Isaac played Kha'Zix last game. So this definitely feels very, very similar to the style of jungle that we just saw from Isaac. So we'll see if he can replicate the success that he had. On the opposite side, though, Leona and Kaisa, the bot lane here, showing for Liam and Zarella Bear.
Click R to win. Malzahar is in. I love when people play Malzahar because he can push a wave. He could push a wave and rotate. It's such a strong feature in this champion kit. Push a wave, drop some grubs, and then go see what something else is going on. Definitely a major threat. I think also really big to take into account is Mundo. Mundo doesn't need a lot to get started, but if he gets started, it's hard to unstop him. And that could possibly be a Mundo jungle as well. Having Mundo flex in the jungle would give the top laner an opportunity to maybe go something that's more damage oriented, and just have Mundo continue to build up until it's time for fighting. With our next bans, it looks like we've got an Cat and Ori ban, which is, hey, you've got burst damage, and then you've got CC ult plus control, a slow, a shield. Ori is a total package if you're looking for a utility mid laner. And the Olaf to round it out. I think the biggest thing about Olaf that people fail to realize is that he just survives. His whole kit is, I can fight you to next to no health, and then I can get half of that health back while continuing to fight you.
A Yone pickup here for Nasty Girls, which is this a Yone top for Kung Pao? I'm actually gonna not even try to guess what the team composition from Nasty Girls is at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Yone is a strong split pusher. He can pop that shield with his W, I believe. Off of Mundo. And I mean, given if he gives some time to get his Bork, he could pose a really serious threat for Mundo, but also Mundo goes where he pleases. So the Quinn and Cass. Yeah, no, I think I was right. I think that is a Mundo jungle. Quintop, Cass, mid. And Cass is a great anti-Malzahar. Just because it's so easy for her to get his shield off and then just start pinging down on the poison stacks.
And that grounded from Cassiopeia as well too. That I didn't realize the wide variety of abilities that will stop from working.
Especially with how shifty that Isaac was as a Talon. Now suddenly you just can't jump over that wall anymore, or you can't go anywhere as Yone. Now that's other than that, fairly immobile team. Yeah, I know. Speaking of, what is the bot lane here for Nasty Girls? What is any predictions?
I'm thinking it's a Brand Mouse bot lane, and it's gonna be Talon jungle, Yone mid, Kled top. I think Kled top is a great idea just for survivability purposes. And it presents some opportunities there because Kled can get everybody to a position. I feel like people forget to realize that Kled's ult helps everybody in his line. So if they're just close enough, he can make it so that they can get to the problem and handle it.
I'm perplexed and I love it. I love what I have no idea what Nasty Girls have put together. I can definitely see the vision in a team fight, but I don't know where anyone's going. So, but yeah, the team fight is going to be definitely dynamic for Nasty Girls. So as we wait for these players to kind of lock in and we sit through the spectator delay, what do you guys think about these two teams? Maybe Space Danny, we can start with you. Like what are your thoughts on these two teams? Does one team have the edge at any particular stage in the game?
Well, I'll tell you what. Shrooms definitely has a lot of beef with the Leona and Mundo. That's going to be some frontline and some damage absorption that they're really going to have to work through. And, I mean, Nasty Girls has some damage, but I think they're going to really bank on the possible lethality that the Talon will have to build in order to shred through that. But also, like Cake mentioned earlier, Kled and Azar being able to help carry the whole team like straight in, fast and quick, that can be game changing too. Kled's pretty tricky with having Scarl, and man, Scarl health bar in life and coming back when you think you got the Kled. It's a mind trip, man. It's going to be a lot of pushing back and forth and a lot of difficulties for both sides. I can see it.
I think the Kled sound is probably the most horrific sound I ever have to deal with as a jungler. When I think I've got him and all of a sudden I hear dun 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 dun, and I'm like, I gotta go. I'm not getting him, and he might get me. So yeah, I think the front to back fight is going to be very important in their team fight dynamic with Mundo and Leona being up front, and Leona maybe even engaging with her Q into the E for the stun, and then stunning the backline, allowing for these fights to occur front to back. Cassiopeia with the restriction, which can stop. I mean, it'll stop a Kled in his tracks. It'll stop a Yone in his tracks. I think strategic placement on that is going to be a game difference in these team fights with Mithra. And I also think that how well the bot lane does against each other, because Malzahar and Brand are very much a poke and whittle away combo, while Kai'Sa and Leona have to really pick and choose their fights in order to be effective in the bot lane. It's a lot of pressure going to be happening in the bot lane, and I think that's going to be the difference maker in this game.
Oh, as an AD carry, it just feels wrong to play against like double mage in the bot lane, especially with the amount of poke that like Tiltery and Lad are going to be bringing out to this one. This is going to be a real this is going to be a very, very challenging lane for Liam and Zrelabear to just kind of survive. And then and who do you go on? Like you're going to hope you can go on Latimer, but Brand doesn't have to be anywhere close to these fights. And then Tilbury Clinton's got a spell shield, so good luck. And it's not like Mundo is going to offer a ton of like gank receive as well. So it's really all on Zrelabear to either make the most of any ganks into the bot lane or to just somehow stabilize against this colossal push of Nasty Girls. Anytime you're drafting two mages like this, I would definitely look for Nasty Girls to have a lot of priority coming out of the bot lane.
Chat right now is saying Scarl's just a really gross horse, and the other's a lizard. So
a lizard with horse-like tendencies.
I actually saw this little quick pro quo video where Scarl has more voice lines than 70% of the champions in League of Legends.
I love that figure. I absolutely love that. Wait, is this an I am Groot situation? I do not play any Kled. Does Scarl actually have voice lines? Or is it all just the same thing, different ways?
You hit the nail on the head on that one. It's an I am Groot kind of situation.
It's like Scarl.
Before I started casting somewhat regularly, I never played with champion voice lines on. I just had it completely muted. So like now I didn't even realize like every champ, like when you like lock them in or whatever and like draft, like had a voice line that they said. So I'm still learning some of these, and especially as a isolated AD carry main, like I never make my way to top lane. So I've not heard many of these voice lines. But Blaine, I can hear you saying all of these voice lines and crying out for Scarl. Hopefully I'll have some opportunities to call it in the game. Because I feel like anytime there's a Kled, it's like a Nunu and Wilmot situation. It's really like a Kled and Scarl. You can't forget about Scarl. That is the most important part of that champion.
I'd also, for those watching and have played in CMSA, and as Sam was talking about Blaine, I'm pretty sure Blaine is also the one when he joins that has the Kled voice line. So he's pretty familiar with it.
I can always count on Blaine to give us a fart noise with the bits on the stream. So I missed that super early in the in the stream, but I saw you do it. So thank you, the star.
And he's got primal ambush talent. This is serious business here. Look at the color coordination. Color coordination, OP.
Oh, they have coordinators at the start of game 2 as we go out. Welcome, Fakov, joining the stream. You're here at CMSA Pearl Invitational Week 1 Game 2 is kicking off. Watch for Shrooms versus Nasty Girls. Nasty Girls is up 1-0 as we get started here.
I wonder if for the last game they're just gonna let everybody get their champions that they haven't been able to get. So it's interesting to see how these go when they're for funsies.
Well, we don't want that. I mean, here's the thing. I try to be an unbiased caster, but I always will cheer for a decisive game 3. So, and Nasty Girls waiting. How close is Kha'Zix going to have to get? Now John pops out, and they will burn a flash, who held it for a long time, and that bush is warded.
That bush can
really
see that
long
it's a bush. That bush can definitely see that it's a bush right now.
All right, so a successful invade, getting early vision and also a flash out of that jungler. As Mundo starts the clear, both jungles now going to be pathing towards this bot lane with the 2 mages, which, yeah, checks out. Definitely going to need a lot of help if you're the side of Nasty Girl or if you're the side of Watch for Shrooms. But I like how Not Liam is just kind of starting off, trying to get push and take the CS before things get too difficult here as the mages step into levels 2 and 3.
Yeah, because especially as Lad on Brad gets... Lad on Brad. Lad on
We can say
Brand.
Brad.
Gets the... I believe it's his E or W, where it pushes the flames through the wave and can spread to the champion as well, too. That's where a lot of the poke is going to start happening.
And it's also going to really aid Malzahar in spreading space aids. Can I call it space aids? Is that okay? That's not.
That's
That's just what I've always called it.
It's true. I had not thought about that. Maybe we can find something else.
What is the literal name for it?
It is Malefic Visions.
All right. I will work harder and not
Malefic
calling it
Visions. It doesn't sound right, but I believe it's Malefic
No,
Visions.
It doesn't.
Oh,
it doesn't
man.
feel. It doesn't feel right either.
That was a big trade up top between Kung Pao and Dirk there. That was...
Yeah, but one side has a Scarl and the other does not, so probably a favorable trade here for Kung Pao. As the bot lane now getting about to crash into this turret, Tiltary has used all the mana up already in this initial push as both junglers now meet in that river over that first scuttle. And it looks like that once again Isaac claims it. And they pursue towards the mid lane here. Ooh, Mithra out of mana in the mid lane as well. So these mages don't have blue buff quite yet.
And I did wonder if Mithra was gonna start with a tier just to have that spam ability.
All right, both junglers now starting off, well, one jungler is starting off the second clear, whereas the assassin here, Isaac, continue to just basically follow Kha'Zix around the jungle. They've been tethered ever since that bot lane scuttle, and Kha'Zix does not want to fight, so we'll kind of go back, but it has the now. Okay. Thank you for doing your best. The age joke took us off the air. Oh no. Oh no.
So far the game is working, yes.
Okay, and we're getting some All right, looks like we're coming back on air. Thank you so much, everyone. Last we left, there was a level 99 Pikachu in the enemy jungle, and it looks like level 99 Pikachu got out of there safely, somehow. Which, after the last game, I just couldn't believe that he probably casually dodged every single ability and then walked out of there like it was no problem at all.
It's the benefit of the champion pool. When you know what the enemy can do, it makes it easy.
Man, that range that Durg has on Kung Pao, that hurts.
Nice. Well, Lad and Tiltry just really continuing to push into this bot lane. It's so difficult to do anything for the bot lane. Now they are trying to receive a gank here. You've got Kha'Zix kind of waiting and try, starting to come around. Just been spotted now. Oh, they didn't react right away. Vladimir kind of in the middle, all three flashing away, just trying to walk, and there it is. First blood claimed, but on the opposite side of the map. Kung Pao getting a solo kill on Derjnoon. So quickly notching the score back at 1, but still first blood claimed from the side of Watch for Shrooms.
Oh.
And Zerelevair just wanting to get some deep vision down, but spotted away and picked off here. Great response there from the side of Nasty Girls, not even allowing shallow vision in, and that means that Dragon is going to get started up for Nasty Girls.
Okay, so it does look like on that back for Mithra, they are working towards the Seraph. Working towards the Seraph Embrace. Ooh, oh my goodness. The weaving, no.
Did not matter that there was any grounding happening there, and that is going to be 3 kills for Nasty Girls. And ooh, everyone's showing is enough to have Kha'Zix pull off and not take that final Void Grub here.
Sometimes it's best to err in the side of caution when you're a jungler. Like, hey, I could get this, but I don't want to take too long and die while getting this. And you don't know, he might not have, let's see, doesn't look like he picked up a Oracle Lens either, so he probably didn't know whether or not there was vision there in order to make the assessment to keep going or to stay.
One thing I want to call out is another strong start here for John, but early item completions for the top lane. We have both top laners opting for that Tiamat, which is completed, and for Tiltary on the Malzahar, you have a Lost Chapter, so just kind of a permanent push here being unlocked on the side of Nasty Girls. But great job so far by Liam to, yes, that he's been pushed in the whole game, but keeping up and actually ahead in CS.
That's really hard to do against, especially 2 casters in the bot lane where they can outrange very much so.
Yeah, and as you can see demonstrating there, every time you go for a CS, you're gonna have to dodge a Pillar of Flame, which is really just not dodgeable. Here in the top lane, what is also not dodgeable is that Talon ultimate, and unfortunately Quinn going down here. Oh, but in the bot side, more fighting going on as the gank arrives and they claim 2 kills here. That's the risk with double mages if you're going to push up constantly, especially now that Leona has unlocked that solar flare. If you're on the screen, you're within range of getting picked off, and so great job to capitalize just the instant Kha'Zix gets to the bot lane.
And the thing is even though they are well warded, their mage is slow moving. They don't have a lot of dashes. They have to, if they get caught, they just have to stay and fight.
Oh, that's an interesting interaction. You don't, if you're Yone, you don't have to stay and fight, even if you're sitting in that miasma of the mid lane here. Mithra trying to punish John for putting that on cooldown. Oh, and here's someone that's going to try to pick up a kill. Derjnoon on full hunt phase with Quinn here in Valor. But who else is on hunt? It is a Talon. But, oh, Derjnoon with a blind going to turn that around and keep the mid laner alive. But wait, Skarl charging forward. Not going to lock onto Mithra, though. And I think Derjnoon has Valor going to try to get out of there. But the HP going low. Not enough. A lot of lethality coming out. Now, in the bot side river, you have Zerelevair, who has very valiantly decided to CC this line. Oh, I thought it was going to give up their life, but able to flash away there. So great disengage by Leona.
There's that disengage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you called it. She literally just charged in the back line. I thought it was just like I'm gonna give up my life for my teammate situation, but then didn't need to do it. Was able to flash away. So really, really well played from Zarella to keep the bot lane safe and the jungler safe, and continue to buy that AD carry time to breathe. Durjnoon once again trying to fight Kung Pao. Skarl goes down, but so does all of Durjnoon's HP. So Quinn having to go away again, really unable to fight this Kled and Skarl in the top lane. But turning around, they're going to go in 2v1 in the top. There's just fights happening all over the map. Mithra losing HP in the top lane. They're trying to gank Kung Pao. Skarl coming back up. Can you get away from this Dr. Mundo? You've got to dodge some cleavers. Oh, great job. Just juking forward here. And Kung Pao, they're going to try to dive. There's no more Skarl. And finally, the Kelton, the Kled, coming down.
The idea that Skarl came up 3 times in that fight to make it so that fight he had enough survivability to get away and almost even get a kill out of that is insane. Skarl is the best assist character in the game.
Yeah, it looks like Kled is going to be a problem. Oh,
Zarella's in.
Zenith Blade finds the target on Tiltree. Oh, and look who goes in, but immediately met with that Nether Grasp. You can't move, but beautiful job just buffering that Q during in the meantime. Acacian Rain doing so much damage. Oh, and trying to make sure he stays alive by flashing any abilities that might come out. And that is 2 kills scored for not Liam. And look at that, Mithra scoring a double in the mid lane. So everything going right as 4 members of Nasty Girls are down all at once here at the 14-minute mark.
Man, Mundo does so much damage to objectives. I feel like it's so underrated.
And red team got first turret. Kill him,
Oh no.
Charge! Oh, come out. You can't. Quinn is fast. Valor is faster, but no one is faster than Skarl. Oh, and a 3-man siege here on this mid lane. They are ready to start moving around the map as a unit. And this is tough when you've got all these mages. You can instantly clear waves and push, and they're right on time for Rift Herald as well if they want to go there next. It's just a matter of time before this mid lane falls. Look how far the Nasty Girls are into the jungle of Watch for Shrooms. Looking for a fight on the top side because Xyx is there, but Mundo is going to walk as he pleases, trying to get away. Using that maximum dosage to try and recover some HP. There is still a Rift Herald fight available. And there is an ultimate. Nether Grass coming out onto Mithra. Mithra's going to fall. That's a lot of the damage done. They have no other carry here. And not Liam has gone on a killing spree. Kung Pao and Durjnoon once again. Ozarella trying to just get into the backline for a little bit of CC, but just not enough HP to really do a whole lot as the fight continues up to Rift Herald, and not Liam just front to backing this team fight away. Picks up another kill before finally going down, and that is going to be 3 kills for 3 kills when all that dust has settled. No clear winner of that fight.
Does allow Yone to take advantage, get that turret bot side. Looks like vision-wise, looks like red side is dominant right now on vision control.
Yeah, nasty girls love having vision control all the way up and down river as much as possible. That way, they don't run into that issue where the whole enemy team's hiding in the bush like from first game.
I feel like we're going to soon have a run back of that last fight as everybody is playing for the mid lane and everyone's playing on this Rift Herald here. Solar Flare going down onto the enemy support. Lad is not allowed to play the game, has been stunned for a solid 3 seconds and goes down. Tiltery doing the same thing there to not Liam, who now falls. Can't get too close. That means that mid turret is finally going to go towards the side of Nasty Girls.
Nasty Girls have eliminated all tier 1 turrets against Shroom, so lane pressure is really going to start getting put on and look for a play towards Rift Herald most likely.
Tiltery playing a little too close to the mid lane. Gets picked up, but look at that. Kelton in the top lane getting a tier 2. And now, Kha'Zix on pursuit, does manage to land a cleaver. Kung Pao flashing away. Look at that. There's a plant you can use to escape. Get out of there, Scarl. You're safe.
And here's the talent jump every time.
Now Blackfire Torch just completed for the Malzahar, so even more of that burn damage coming through. Ooh, Vladimir saying hello to not Liam, but not quite enough damage, as unfortunately those chickens are going to absorb most of the pyroclasm just bouncing around amongst themselves.
I think Kha'Zix actually ended up scooping up the Rift Herald. That's a big play for them to get some turret ground remade up.
Look at this, a 23 CS lead here in the bot lane, and a huge 50 CS lead here for Kung Pao. So the two big gold advantages, one on the side of the 80 carry for Watch for Shrooms, and the opposite side of the map you've got this huge Gledon Scarl. So this next fight, you've really got to protect your carry if your team Watch for Shrooms, which is pretty tough to do. Yes, took cleanse, but you can't cleanse another grass. You can't cleanse that that suppression. So Dragon is up, and these teams are fighting. Oh, I love the jungle just sitting. Isaac not in the pit right now, looking rather for a pick. Instead, now we'll join and take the smite, but just playing really patient, wanting to see if any of the squishies would be an easy target.
Oh,
and now just to find that squishy, Liam forced to flash away, using stealth and having to use Killer Instinct for the shield, and coming back over the wall is level 99 Pikachu, who tanks 2 turrets and picks up the kill. And Derjun, once the revenge kill, will claim it at long last, but a big pickup when not Liam is really a significant part of the damage output for Watch for Shroom. So great trade there.
Oh, the race back. Oh, good stop. Oh no.
Oh, couldn't quite catch the snake with the rope, but Valor coming around on the flank. They're going to use a lot of CC. Unfortunately, not enough HP. Going to have to just kite away. Kha'Zix now is very tanky, but where did that HP go? John has arrived, and a ton of damage coming out as the fate was sealed, snapping back, but he'll get out of there. And ultimately, it looks like Watch for Shrooms probably came out a little bit better there, getting 2 for 2.
2 for 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's close still, and we have a Talon now. You love this as an assassin arriving late. Have you been spotted? Unfortunately, the answer now is yes, as that pink ward picked him up. But always looking for an angle is Isaac.
And you're doing really well to hit those angles. To jump behind the turret, take a turret shot, get the kill. You got caught by the Quinn, but it's that idea that you let them know mentally, like, you are not safe. You can't go back far enough, and I can still get to you.
Otacon is now up. Otacon was really the difference maker last game. You saw Watch for Shrooms like started up, and then the fight just didn't quite go their way. And so now Otacon's up. I'm very curious how both these teams are going to opt to handle it, as Nasty Girls has a 3K lead, but the gold is kind of spread out. Here's that Rift Herald going to be crashing into the turret. Oh, they're going to prevent it. Excellent.
Stop it. Oh. He was maybe like 5-6 inches away. If he would have put it if Kha'Zix would have put it just a little bit closer, it would have definitely crashed in.
I want to see like Corporate Mundo driving his Corporate Rift Herald into the turret. That's what we were missing there.
You know, what they need to do is with Corporate Mundo, anytime it gets Rift Herald, the Rift Herald should get a business suit.
Oh yes. Oh, a Rift Herald with just a classy little tie on.
Yeah.
Love that.
At least a briefcase in the claw. Something.
Tiny little briefcase in one hook or whatever it has. One claw. Okay, both teams posturing around the spot side of the map. I think no one wants to get too far away from Otacon to just let the other team start it up. But
I almost think Nasty Girls think they got a pick here, maybe on the Cassiopeia.
Oh, huge! I mean, was able to almost get out of there, but that means that one of the big carries is down, but look how much damage is coming out of the side of Nasty Girls. And Kung Pao, untouched through it all, full HP still, and trying to run down the back line, has caught one in a trap. And now continues to pursue. Liam trying to kite out this Kled and this Scarl, but now Talon gets to arrive and finish up as the assassin. Kung Pao will eventually go down to Mithra, though, who goes on a spree, but you got a lot of work to do. There's still 3 members up for Nasty Girls, and the last surviving member of Watch for Shrooms defending this turret.
Man, that Maleficent Vision is... Oh, no! Oh, solid.
And the Zonias.
The Zonias. Zonia saves lives, man. It always does.
Mithra really an exceptional user of that item as well. Very, very much will play more aggressive when they've got it, and if not, kind of minding their own business, but really I love the way that Mithra will bait out enemy champions with it. But now they've stayed on the map this whole time, and that gives Zarella a chance to find level 99 Pikachu with this Zenith Blade. Can you hop over this wall? Has it been used recently enough? The answer, I think, was yes.
Yeah.
It had been used up, and so that is now the jungler down. And this would be the 3rd dragon here, this would be the 2nd dragon here for Watcher Shrooms. They can notch it up. We do have Kled and Scarl, though. Do they really just count as 2? As Durjnoon finds the rope. They continue to poke. Solar Flare used just to kind of zone by Zarella Bear, who finds Kled with the Zenith Blade. Kled starting to kite away. The whole team now right-clicking on that champion, making sure that there is no chance for Scarl to come and save him.
Mithra's rotating on John to hopefully stop the split pushing here. He's been split pushing like a monster this game.
For it. Oh, she'll catch him.
Mithra flashes forward. John now kiting away. Oh, but look, you've got a Void Seeker missile. John finds now Liam finds John with that. What a huge snipe there to pick up 1. Oh, but you can't safely farm. You're not allowed to. Oh, flashing away, trying to juke. Can try to stealth, but there's just nothing allowed. Did buy a little bit of time, but not quite enough for Mithra to get there and prevent him from moving with the miasma.
That W from Kaisa was Vel'Koz's level of geometry.
It was. That was some big Sally sniping right there. That was...
And I feel like Nasty Girls have to take into account that Quinn can take anybody else but Kled immediately out if they get on him.
They're trying to get on this Talon here. Has 1 hop away, but look who's waiting there. There's a Snake Lady over there, Cassiopeia. Grounding. Oh, I haven't been grounded. We have not seen anything grounded that badly since middle school, I think. Talon could not even make it to that wall.
Yeah, that time I tried to sneak out of school, that was grounded. It was grounded like that. It was bad news.
So that does give them the opportunity to go to Baron. They're starting to, there's no smite available for Nasty.
No smite, and everybody else is far away from it, so that's a clear claim for Nasty.
So watch for Shrooms now. Has this Baron. Let's see what they can accomplish with it. Thank you for the fart noise. The star. Appreciate it.
Never know when you gotta, let it go.
With that claim, then it's less than a 1k gold lead. Dragons are even. It is really a close game here. If you're Nasty Girls, you have to be thinking about making sure that Liam is not allowed to just front to back this fight untouched. You've got to, and if you're the other side, you got to protect this lad. Caught out a little too far trying to ward up for Otacon. And now the rest of the two. Mithra, though, going forward with the miasma onto 3, but no follow-up yet. Voidseeker lands on John, but I don't think we're going to see the rush forward. Oh, but look, Talon poaching from the outside. Quinn knows about it, though. And it's the same situation where it's your team, the enemy team, and then Talon in the back line.
Yeah, I noticed level 99 Pikachu really likes getting out, around, and eliminating the backline in a real sneaky way. And, I mean, it works. It plays out.
Now, good flash from Durjnoon. We did see that. Shadow Assault used by level 99, so it doesn't have quite the level of threat here. And is wasting a lot of this Baron. There hasn't been a whole lot of push with this Baron so far from Watch for Shrooms. And now they're collectively deciding this is the time we're going to take this mid turret as a team finally here at the 30-minute mark. They see Talon top, so they know there's not a flank available. Can Durjnoon actually hold this in the 1v1 though?
Mm-hmm. All the Fakab, all the farts have been used.
Oh, lad going forward. They're trying to take this turret out, but now they're under the tower. But they're not touching Liam here, who's just able to open up in the back of this. One death claimed as the rest of the team now trying to get away. But Liam here just cutting down one member after the next. Now going for Tiltery, claims it, but Tiltery gets it back. A triple kill claim. But here's where you want to be as an assassin, coming in for cleanup duty. But Mithra says you can't move. You're grounded yet again. And limping away. All right, and unable to limp away is Talon. And so now they get to claim Dragon number 3. I thought for sure that Talon was going to be able to come in and finish both those kills.
I thought he was too, but that grounded from Mithra just was like, nope. And then Mithra just ended up eating him. It was wild.
Mithra coming through like that history teacher you can never get right. You never get it right. You're always in trouble standing in the corner.
Look at this. Not Liam up to 11 kills. Going with this hybrid Nashor's attack speed sort of a build. Just so deadly here. Out of the 80 carry position. And if you're Nasty Girls, you cannot leave this this Kaisa just unchecked. Liam doing a great job of just kind of chewing through the whole team.
Well, that double on hit. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, regarding to Kaisa there, that double on hit from Gensu's into the Kraken, that's just going to eat Kung Pao away on that Kled. That's the only way to eliminate him, is just make sure that max health that he has is... Oh, go ahead. This is wild.
Speaking of eating, we've got Otacon going down as Nasty Girls just kind of decide to start it up and sneak it. But remember, it cuts your resistance is so heavily, it's hard to win a fight on the back of it, and that means they've already lost 3 members is the price they had to pay for that Otacon, and level 99 Pikachu just trying to run away here. And Valor mounts up, trying to run them down, but now you have a big push that's going to be happening on the side of Watch for Shrooms. I gotta say, I was a little surprised that neither team had made a aggressive play for the Otacon there, and then all of a sudden Nasty Girl said, okay, we're strong enough, we're tired of waiting, you're too far away, we're just gonna go for it. And look at this, Kled 1v2ing, trying to take down Mithra, and was very close to being successful. Luckily, Zarella Bear there with their mid laner to get him out.
Zarella Bear for all of your peeling needs. Zarella has been doing great all game.
Oh, Dirge. Oh, I heard it go, Sturgeon.
Trying
to run. Does Ghost last long?
Run! And Dirge getting away. Round 2.
Oh, wow, they take the short off. They try to cut off with Mithra committing the teleport, but it was not enough. Did not find the right angle there. The Mithra will just can stay the top lane with the solo siege. But here it is, charging in the mid lane here. This is a numbers advantage here for Nasty Girls, but can they actually hold? John going to the background into the back line, only knocking up Kha'Zix though, and they don't want to fully commit on that, so they'll just disengage.
Once again, Zarella Bear with a solid solar flare to stun them to prevent the onslaught that was going to happen.
And now it's Watch for Shrooms, having Nasty Girl committed so much to that Vladimir. Unfortunately, the slowest member of Nasty Girls, Pikachu in the back, trying to find Liam here, but still on half health, but really cannot open hit here. So Nasty Girls having a great attempt at this team fight, as not Liam will eventually, maybe burn to that. It's certainly gonna die as soon as he comes out of Golden, and that means that Mithra is not going to be able to clean this up this time, and that is all 5 members of Watch for Shrooms going down, thanks in large part to a great flank from Isaac.
It's just crazy to me on both of these games, the amount of shutdowns that get tossed between teams. Like, it's definitely not a one-sided match by any means necessary. About every big team fight, there's a shutdown somewhere, and it definitely flexes the gold lead between the two.
And even though Mithra did get the take on level 99 Pikachu, the people that were still up were major damage dealers, so they're going to be able to get this Baron for free 99.
Nasty Girls now. I mean, it's been such an even game. The gold is close, but now Nasty Girls get the chance to see what they can do with the Baron. Watch for Shrooms used it to propel their way towards the mid lane, and work their way back into the gold lead. Let's see what Nasty Girls can do with a Baron of their own.
Definitely know Watch for Shrooms is going to want to try and make a big play to Dragon here. Try and grab their soul point here. I think it's... yeah.
Oh.
Especially with Mundo having a Chemtech soul would be huge.
Oh, and they've made the play here. Kled and Scarl, they're just going for the mid turret. A teleport coming down. They're abandoning this. They're giving away soul. Isaac's on the side, could potentially look for a steal, goes down, soul claimed, but that means mid-inhibitor claimed now for Nasty Girls, as the rest of the team is just trying to stall. Can they get back in time? They're continuing to push for this Nexus. One turn already falls, the rest of the team now collapsing, and Kung Pao and Scarl are going to go down, but they got a ton for that soul.
Decisive play. We'll give you the soul, but it'll cost you.
The pursuit is on. The Zenith Blade lands squarely on the heads, and that means it's going to be a turnaround. Nasty Girls was just hiding in that bush, and they completely wipe out. Watch for Shrooms that were just thinking they could push them away, but instead, Nasty Girls waiting in that nasty bush ends up wiping them and claiming the game. What a play and a way to end that game. Well done, Nasty Girls.
That push power was disgusting. It in the time it took that dragon with a whole team, Kled and Talon pretty well got to the Nexus. That was disgusting to me.
And I think the big thing to take into account there was the stalling that was done in order to make sure that that push could continue to happen. And they didn't have to sacrifice too much for the stall in order to continue to push through. That was an amazing play of trading soul and thinking, well, it doesn't matter if you have the soul if we don't give you time to utilize it.
Everyone had so many great moments in that game. You had Isaac just harassing the back line. You had Kung Pao on Kled and Scarl just seemingly everywhere and unkillable. John just lighting up the back line with so much DPS on that Yone, and then the two mages in the back. Tiltery ready to do so much AoE damage on that Malzahar, and Lad locking down the vision control on that Brad that we saw in the bot lane. Who do we want to interview coming out of game 2?
Let's see here. We got somebody from Nasty last time. We should definitely get somebody from.
We're gonna take someone from Nasty again this time, if that's okay.
Oh, okay. Yep. Nope. You make the call.
Who do we want to interview? We want to bring in Lad? Lad, wait. Go to the damage charts. Can I get my? Can we see the damage charts? Oh no, we already clicked off the game.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm seeing rumbles that Lad was
like
the top DPS. Let's bring Lad in. I hear Lad calling for the.
It looks like the community has spoken.
All right. Lads, let's see. Let's drag him in.
Oh.
Hey, would you mind doing an interview?
I've been waiting for this my entire life.
Let's go.
I've never been pulled in here.
Rumor has it you led the damage charts. How does it feel to lead the damage charts in the decisive Game 2 victory?
Let me tell you, I don't know how that happened because Zarella ate me down. She caught me out 10 times. And so, listen, I take the wins that I can. You know what I mean?
So as you were in... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Cake.
So how did you feel going into those clutch situations, being the amazing player that you are?
Oh my gosh. Well, I was scared for my life. Tiltery just kept saying, I don't have boots. And then we had Colin just screaming, go in right now. So I would run in, just die, and go, oops. And that happened over and over again, and here we are.
I got a two-parter real quick for you, Lad.
Tell me.
So, first one is, tell us and prove to us that boots are for chumps and you don't need to buy them, because that's been a discussion in many of our gameplays. And number two, why did you guys go double mage bot? You guys have like typical synergy with that? Give us a little more insight on it.
Thank you for asking. Okay, so boots, I mean, I like boots. I think that I prio having fast. I like fast, but I guess Tiltery doesn't care, and so to each their own. And with regards to the double mage bot, Tiltery and I have been practicing some different combos because we knew we had to be ready for anything, because Liam is such a great ADC and can pull out a lot of different options. So John, as you know, likes to do all kinds of crazy stuff mid. So we leaned into that and let him do Yone, which means we had to bring out the double mage bot just to kind of be spicy a little bit. So it's all just some pre-planning and some fun.
Lad, as your first interview on stream, as you say, is there any like words that you want to share to either the people? Well, I actually want to hear words that you want to share to the people watching, and then what would you say to your opponents as you go into this fun game 3?
Oh my gosh. Well, I just want to say thank you all to all the supporters and all the fans and everybody watching at home, especially my mom, my dad, and others. And thank you. I also want to give big shout outs to all of my teammates who have been doing a fantastic job, and all of the enemy Teemo Shroom teammates who have also been doing a fantastic job. And to everyone, to what do I want to, was the part?
To your
Going
opponents,
into
what
the
would you
next
say to your
game.
opponents? Yeah, going to game 3.
I just think that we should all be nasty girls. I think we should all go into this last game being a nasty girl, and let's just see what happens.
I really want to have him leave and come back so I can do my nasty girl dance again.
Okay, one more. I won't say anything, but you could bring me back and then put me back.
Yes, please, and thank you.
Hey.
Lad, thank you so much for joining us for the interview. Congratulations again on your win in game number 2. And we are now going into game number 3. So officially, Nasty Girls has won 2. They're 2-0. But we're still going to go to game number 3 for fun, and because we're ready, and because we're here celebrating season 18, and so we're still going to play out game number 3. How'd y'all feel after that second game?
Ooh-wee. So many turns, so many dramas, so many times that it could have went either way, and it just was a difference of the macro and making the split decisions to, like, in the end, to just go for it instead of saying let's prio the dragon. I'm excited to see what happens next.
Yeah, I'm always curious. Like, do we want to? Sometimes the teams will talk in advance. It just depends. Each invitational is a little different. Like, if you get to this situation, do you just not ban? Do you just like get to play favorites? Do we just continue with like the fearless mode? What does the game 3 look like? So we're in for a little surprise here in game 3. We'll see what both teams decide to do. Now, this game was it was so exciting to watch. I feel like Nasty Girls just had such dynamism in the way that they fought, but Watch for Shrooms was never out. Like, you were always just waiting for, like, okay, who's going to explode in this team fight? Like, is it going to be, or who's going to pop off in this team fight rather? Like, is it going to be Mithra? Is it going to be Liam? Are we going to, like, is Zarella Bear going to find the perfect peel yet again? It was just such a dynamic sort of a fight here to watch. Have they started the picks yet? Oh, they're about to start picks and bans. Okay.
And keep in mind, we are now 20 champions that cannot be picked.
Gosh.
So I feel like there's going to be some shenanigans happening in this last game. And we're here for it.
Who is you? So if you were in a fearless, who is your third best champion at your main position? Who would you go into in a game 3?
I would assume by this time I've probably picked Evelyn and Udir. So I would be looking at either Vi or Poppy, thinking about who I'm going against next.
Some solid picks.
What about you, Space Andy?
Yeah, what about you, Space Andy?
For me, I would, let's see here, because I would already played Vi and then probably Sejuani. So my third pick that I've been reopening again is Xin Zhao. I've been liking to play some Xin Zhao again.
Ooh,
the thing I remember about Xin Zhao is Xin Zhao was the very first champion released after I started playing League of Legends. Like, that was like the first big champ release after I started playing, and he was such a terror. Like, he was like the pentakill machine. Like, he was just completely overtuned. So I think I'm still traumatized whenever I see a Xin Zhao to this day, because it was such a formative, dominant champion in my early League of Legends career.
I do
Yeah,
like that. I do like the character patch update they did with Zenzao because now he has new animations and new lines because he's now like an integral part of the story.
Yeah, I like the cleanup they did on him. They need to do it. Personally, I think they need to do it with just a couple more champions. Not really change them, just clean them up, make them look a little newer. Join the 21st century kind of look.
Looking at you, Cho'Gath. Looking at you.
Oh, I was just sad when they got rid of Pizza Feet Sivir. I just felt like it was such an iconic look. Like we had Pizza Delivery Sivir, we really needed to keep Pizza Feet Sivir. All right, so going into game 3, we have the bands that have started, and we have Watch for Shrooms sticking with the script. Shyvana, Silas, Nocturne. The Nasty Girls, though, switching it up, banning some AD carries out. So Samira getting banned, which is definitely something that Liam can play as well. And then Natalia as well, and Unara here. So some ADC bans coming out, and that means that Briar goes through.
Dun dun dun.
Briar's one of those champions that I can't play just because I like to be in control too much. Like I'm like, why can I not control my character right now? What is happening? It freaks me out, and I get really, really lost.
It does look like this is the one from the previous matchup. Usually there is a little bit of time that I've noticed from the last match, and then it'll update. There we go.
There we go. Oh, they did let the Briar slip through though, and I've played against Kazik with his Briar, and it's nasty.
It's rough. It's rough. I've also played against Kazik with Briar, and it was so rough. It was so rough. Talk about trauma. You think you've got it won, and then all of a sudden you hear, oh,
yeah. Well, and
Tiltery with the Jinx.
They let the Jinx slide through too.
We get Nephalios here for Liam, one of the signature champions. I think Liam has multiple pentakills over the course of his CMSA league play on that Aphelios. Very, very common ban for him.
A good Aphelios player is a terror to the enemy team. So it'll be exciting to see what happens this time around.
Oh, and Nami, the Draven of supports, the lane bully goddess herself in the bot lane. I cannot wait to see Zarella Bear. Zarella Bear has been on, did such a great job both times, whether it was on the disengagey Leona or the Milio. But Nami has so much unique power to kind of do both, to engage, to disengage, but also to really buff up this Aphelios. So that is a bottom lane I'm very excited to see play out. One thing we saw last game was we had a great Void Seeker snipe from Kai'Sa. Now that we have a Briar in the game, I'm expecting to see a whole lot of long range sorta. We're arriving.
I'm also hoping to see a cross-town ult from Jinx just leveling the playing field.
Some downtown funky stuff all the way across the map, Malone.
One person I didn't introduce at the top of the broadcast is the one, the only Jogon running production, and I bring you up now because you have your work cut out for you. We've got all these ultimates that can be hit from a full, not just a full screen away, but a whole map away. So as the camera person for this game, we're all counting on you to follow the action. I know I couldn't do it, that's for sure. Especially having to talk and move the camera. It is difficult to do. So thank you. I'm just laughing to myself. Sorry, chat. I'm not going to repeat the comment that Jogan just said. Matt. So now we had our second phase of bands coming out. Olaf and Trundle. And what do we have here? Ooh, Lilia and Annie. So some mid lane bands. John can play anything. What's John going to give us this game, I wonder?
Also, Sam, didn't you
Yes.
promise a bow tie by third game?
Well, I said
You did say
decisive
third
game 3.
bow tie.
I did say decisive game 3, but you know what?
Okay.
Decisive.
You know what? I can. I'll bring it out for the outro. Just to be a good sport.
Is it an
Oh, here actually,
actual
I have a bow tie here. Let me see if I can quickly don my bow tie. I need like a veil for the camera.
Well, the last band was supposed to be Nico because they were trying to spell nasty with their band, but ended up spelling lasty.
No, really? I love that. Nasty bands.
The lasty. I've been a lasty girl. I've been a lasty girl.
Another one of my favorite soundboard buttons that Lad has is from Britney Spears, where it's the yeah.
Bow tie just doesn't hit the same without a collar, but that's okay. I feel like a Chippendales dancer. I got my wooden bow tie made for me by a CMSA community member, and I call it my invitational bow tie because I only ever wear it during invitationals. So, thank you.
If you were a Chippendale dancer, what would your name be?
GG Raff.
GG Raff.
GG Raff, because I'm tall like a giraffe.
He's already thought about it.
Right.
Never, not once.
Wasted 0 time on that name. I was like, okay, he's gonna think about it a little bit. Nope.
If I was gonna be one, I'd look like Chris Farley, the Chris Farley one. That's what I'd look like.
If I was gonna be one, it would be GGFF. It's gonna be. It might be good, but at the same time, you might quit. You might.
FF at 15. If you don't like it by then, you won't like it after.
Right.
Well, I hope we don't see FF at 15 in this game number 3. And I don't think we will, especially with look at it. We got Teemo going on for Durjnoon. Felios, just so many comfort picks here on the side of Watch for Shrooms. And now the Nasty Girls, they're going to need to invest in some sweeping lenses and some pinks because they are going to have to do exactly that.
Yeah.
Those
Teemo Shrooms will be a menace.
I wish we had a graphic where I could do like a number of Teemo Shrooms hit. I'm gonna try to count them every time I see them get popped here by the Nasty Girl, or not by Watch for Shrooms that Nasty Girls fails to find.
Kind of excited to see because I'm pretty sure John is playing Rise and see what cheeky things he does with the Rise teleport are.
As we are waiting, so now that we've got both sides kind of decided, what team fight do we think has the edge here? What are the 5v5s actually going to look like?
I feel like both teams have singularity damage. There's no AoE kind of sort. About the most is Zyra R and Anivia R. It's about the biggest AoE each team has. And I think if they focal around that and get whatever CC, blind, fear kind of combo going on, that's where those two champions for each team are going to succeed and what could possibly turn the tide for a lot of team fighting.
I think it's also going to be big on how Rise uses his ult during those team fights. If he's using them as a counter flank method, or if he's using it as an escape method. Maybe the fight doesn't go as well as you need it to, so you teleport everybody out. Or the fight is going well, but there's people escaping, so you teleport to a flank position. I think that's going to be a big piece of it. I also think that if they get into a fight and there's a kill that Jinx gets an assist on, that fight's going to get lopsided real quick.
I also want to point out that I feel like Isaac forced John to play Rise because Isaac locked in a jungler that doesn't have as easy access to the backline. So it's like, hey, look, can I get like a realm warp? That way I can surprise flank the carries like I did in game 1 or game 2, but this time on Master Yi instead. And one of the things Master Yi is one of those champs with Nami. It's like you always have a decision to make. Like, are you going to hold the bubble for like to try and get Yi before he does damage to your, or not hold, but are you going to use it before he does damage to your carries, or are you going to hold it for after and try to predict where the Yi is going to come out so he can die the second that he pops out of his alpha strike? Because because then if you miss that, you're like, oh shoot, now what can I do other than try to cast Tidal Wave and hope that alpha strike's not back off cooldown?
I'd like to point out that Dandy just did a magic trick. He's gone.
Dandy, where's he going? Another wardrobe change, I hope. We had one.
Nope, went to grab a drink real quick.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Me and my fancy glow in the dark frost buddy.
Those shrooms I think will also be a big difference maker. If they're put in the right spot, even after the fight, they have to deal with surviving if they don't just back right on the spot. Big shout outs to everybody that came through for the CMSA eSport.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the plug. It's the season 18 now, invitational. We've done this. Well, I don't know. We've done the invitational 18 times. Started up sometime later, but the 18th season of this. That is really quite a number. We got many more to come. I think there's talks of doing like a mini season here over the winter. I know last year at this time they did a season where you could sign up as a whole team, which was really fun. That was the last time I played. I signed up with 5, and we all would play every week together. That was, and then there was a little tournament at the end, and they did that at all levels. So it was just a really. There's just always so much cool League of Legends stuff going on. There's an ARAM League that I occasionally get the chance to sub in. If you like League of Legends, or if you used to play and are watching this and want to play, start looking for our next season signups, because it's a great community and so much fun. And and every single player here you see playing, they got voted on by the community because they passed the vibe check. Like they all are fun. Not only are they talented, which we've seen on Showcase tonight, but they're also great just teammates. Great to have on your team. And the people you see playing are not necessarily like the people that are the best in the league, like highest KDA or whatever, but it's the ones that are the most fun to play with. And all of these players have such great reputations, and it's exciting to showcase not just them but our whole community for this invitational.
It is. It's one of the most fun groups I've ever played League with. I used to, go on Reddit, find all them groups and servers, this, that, and another. But luckily, a friend of a friend invited me through this, and I'll tell you what, best 2.5 years I've had in CMSA. It's a great community, great time, lots of cool people. play with a lot of them even outside of League just because everybody vibes pretty well.
Yeah, and for me, this being my first year in the CMSA, I'm excited for what's to come. I'm more just upset that I didn't know about this earlier. And I just happened to fall into it randomly, and I'm super thankful that the ability to not only shoutcast, but then be a part of such an awesome community that also apparently I balanced the vibe check because we're out here shoutcasting. Let's go, baby. And the game has begun.
Into game number 3. Watch for Shrooms has their namesake Teemo here. We'll start planting shrooms here in just 5 more levels. We'll be watching. We'll be watching and waiting, Durjnoon. And the Nasty Girls are up to no good. All 5 walking in once again. They got a flash last game. Zarella Bear. Ooh. We got a fish. Throw that bubble. Throw that 5-man bubble.
Throw the bubble. Throw the bubble. Throw the.
Oh, they disengaged. No 5-man bubble. Award claimed. So Nasty Girls comes out ahead of the initial invade.
That make or break 5 gold.
It was kind of late, so the push advantage is definitely going to get claimed from the bot lane. Zarella Bear, not Liam here. Ooh, Lad going up to give Isaac a little bit of a leash. Not Liam says, "Oh, I know that I outdamaged you, and I got sustain. So let's trade."
Anybody that can play Aphelios, I give props to.
Jan and Mithra have exchanged first bloods and deaths early in every single game. Mithra gonna definitely play with that rebirth passive early. A little sidestep by Zarella, but those grasping root plants do so much damage. Anytime you can get hits from them rather than the shooty ones, you're better off for it.
Zarella doing well to keep Liam extremely healthy. Even getting caught, just keeping Liam as healthy as possible.
Oh, but flashing forward.
Flash.
Can't quite finish off that kill. That was like the final was like the final auto attack from the long range gun. I'm gonna have to look up the names of those guns. Now it's gonna bother me. The long
pause.
Yeah, we'll take a pause.
Darjin disconnected from the game. As you guys know, Riot Service has not been their best lately, and that is across the board. If you're playing ranked, guys, just a be friendly community reminder. If you're playing ranked during these next couple of days and you see multiple people leave the game, understand it might not be them. It might be the Riot server. So make sure that we stay tilt-proof and nice towards each other to keep our community positive.
Have either of you been following the patch notes leading on to the Worlds patch for League of Legends?
Yes.
The
Are there
only
any
thing
big changes on the horizon?
Like the ones I had talked about at the beginning, Diana, Malphite, Graves have all been adjusted and buffed. They did nerf Warwick, but Warwick's nerfs don't really affect him till he's level 18, so they didn't really nerf him. They did do some adjustments to Azir as well, which could be considered buffs. Really, I feel like they just want to see a lot of Faker magic. happening in the world with these adjustments.
Yeah, that's like so much of World's viewership if they can keep T1 around for as long as possible.
Yeah. But at the same time, it would be equally awesome to see T1 get dethroned, just to see who's next in line to carry that mantle. Because big shoes to fill.
Looks like we've got the players reconnecting, so hopefully we'll be resuming shortly.
Give me time to take a quick bath break.
All right, looks like we're back in the game. What had just happened, Tiltery had been sent back to base as Liam, as we go into another pause.
Uh-oh.
Who is still out? I don't know. Oh, it looks like one player had, just not quite been back. So as we wait, if you could have a beverage, if you could have a beer with one League of Legends champion, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I would have to say
A summoner has reconnected.
Oh, I have an answer.
oh man.
So my answer to this question would be
Oh,
Gragas. I would go with Gragas because we're in October. We've got Oktoberfest Gragas. I'd love to sit down and have a beer with Gragas. Ask him how he does it, how he maintains that figure with how many calories worth of ale that he drinks. You said Ornn? Why Ornn?
I don't know. I feel like, stereotypical blue collar kind of working god. Feel like he's got
Okay.
some good stories and would be a good time to drink with.
He said blue collar. I love it.
A
He's
blue collar god.
working on the rail lines, very.
Right?
Okay, maybe we are back in it. We'll see. Vladimir taking the opportunity to get some poke down during the brief pause. Noon coming right back. Welcome back to the game. Getting first blood, but trading it with that turret. Oh, Vladimir walking forward. Zero there trying to keep Lad alive, or Liam alive rather. And now Lad will surely go down to Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix arriving on the gank. So lots of lives being traded on both halves of the rift.
They wasted no time getting to it. They said, hey, we're sorry we made you wait, but we've got something exciting for you.
I think
All right,
that's the most.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, nope, you're good. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen here.
I'm
Flash,
saying Yee's
Q.
going to try to get this rebirth. There it comes down. Do you have the DPS to knock this bird out? No, not quite. A little bit of HP. Kha'Zix arriving. Alpha Strike is going to finish it off and allow his team to claim the feat of warfare. And now fight to the death here as level 99 Pichu going to also take Kha'Zix. Excellently parried there with the meditate, getting all the extra stats.
I had no idea the meditate would go through the push there. That's wild. Mithra TP back to lane to cover for that big wave.
Now Teemo just gets to bully this Darius here from this position. And Teemo level 5 coming up on the shrooms here soon.
It's almost Shroom City.
We got shrooms on one side, we got Zyra plants on the other. There's gonna be all kinds of little Little things growing in the rift this map.
And Walk for Miles, you are right. Did not charge enough on the E for it to be a push, but it was definitely enough to make the Yi second guess whether to keep going in or not. Zarella with a bubble.
Perfect.
Got past the
Tiltree.
snap traps.
Oh, John and Myth are both so low here. Just like no jungle interference, please. Got every lane is just asking for a gray screen here.
Yep.
Darius getting the 6 before Teemo.
Teemo has hit level 6 here. We are online. First mushroom has been deployed. It will take the lives of some of these minions. Ooh, Kung Pao pulling in this little Teemo, who will try to hop away. Ooh, no bleed, no dunk quite yet.
Zarella with the heals and shields, though. Top tier support play from Zarella tonight.
Oh, Liam looking to go in. Has that Chakram, I think. That one, the very fun gun to play with. Just hits, it fires so quickly.
Red? I think that's the red one.
The white gun, the one with all the little ones. The red one also sort of does that too.
I know when I was always told when Aphelios has red and white, do not go in.
Yes.
Do not. It is a trap, and you will pay for said trap with your life.
Man, I'll tell you what. I love seeing Mithra and John fight in mid lane. They're always hitting each other.
They are out for blood, no matter what's happened.
Level 99 going. Oh!
Here it is. And no, walk out. So the ultimate certain death from Briar landing. And we'll score that kill, notching it up 3-3.
The way Briar's character struts anyway just made it even more cocky walking out of that tower. Insane gameplay.
That's what happens when your arms are attached to a...
Might be coming back. I can hear production.
Yes.
You can hear production.
And it looks like we are back online visually. I see the Twitch viewers returning as well, as Dragon is in fact claimed by Nasty Girls, and now Dirge Noon will take down Darius in that top lane.
Which gives plenty of grub pressure. Oh, he might be rotating though.
Yeah, they know the drill. You split top and bottom, and that's gonna be pretty easy. Briar ultimate to hit. Come in there and steal some Void Grubs away. Man, level 99 is just all over Briar's side of the jungle here.
Captain Teemo, ready for duty.
I need to see more shrooms. I've caught 2 so far. Vladimir now trying to catch Zarella. Oh, Nami though, able to flash away. Briar, certain death, comes through, goes wide. Tiltree trying to get the reset, couldn't quite do it. Needed maybe 1-2 more autos to finish the kill and run out of there, but instead not Liam will score that kill along with the sport. Looking at the minimap top lane, I see 1 shroom placed on that. Oh, we have 3 shrooms. Here we go. But can you fight around them? Kung Pao getting poisoned. Dirge kiting back. Has shroom support. Gonna walk out. Surely hit one.
Walked around.
The map packs. You've just been caught, Kung Pao. just casually running around that pop cap there. Puff cap there. Wow.
Just
great escape.
tiptoeing around the dumplings. Doesn't even know it.
Sometimes you're just up there living your best life, just trying to figure things out.
Bot lane,
Solid
though.
curve plating bot side.
Yeah, taking advantage of that kind of disconnected back there, but it was an important buy for Liam. Does now have the first major item complete here.
Ooh, it's got the wild arrows.
Bubble down, not Liam. Still looking to trade. Has that great power of the healing from ebb and flow to take all these trades as possible. Look at that Dursion. Kazix scoring another kill up top. Ooh, the root comes down. Instant cleanse flash from not Liam's Aphelios. Now there might be a chance to come in as mid lane. Ooh, a huge turret hit there. Level 99 Pikachu going down.
And flash down. He was trying to get in and get out.
Zik might be making a play mid here. Whoop.
John, do you know? Durjnoon is here. Kind of herding towards the bot lane. Oh, there's another shroom now. First shroom on the bot half of the map has been placed.
2 of them.
Thank you for the close-up. Production,
Yeah, it takes us.
We got to keep a solid shroom count.
Yeah, by my count, we've got now I see 2 more. So that's by my count, I'm at 11 now. I really am. Oh, you can't see my camera. I really am counting them. I've seen 11 shrooms. As we got a hard zoom in here of the little explosive dumplings. Mithra fighting level 9 Pikachu, hitting the point blank stun. Meditate. Is it going to be enough? It might be. You might need an auto or 2. Oh, flashing out of that rise, but it's not going to be enough to save you for much longer. Tidal wave coming through, locking down John, but this rise, 2 tankies scoring the double kill and walking out of there. Oh, great traps. You cannot get away now. Liam going down, Tiltree getting excited. And that's a lot of kills now going on the side of Nasty Girls who notch it at 8 apiece here. 22,000 gold for both teams.
Very close on gold. Definitely still anybody's game.
Kha'Zix. Oh, John trying to run away. Gets out of there.
Pulled by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Yeah, we saw the
fast.
Oh shoot! What is that rune? I'm forgetting the name of it.
Phase rush.
The move fast rune. Phase rush. Yes, indeed.
Phase rush, yeah.
Phase rush, and then there's celerity, and then water walking as well, all under the mythic tree or whatever the purple tree is. Sorcery.
So 1 dragon already claimed for the side of Nasty Girls. They're starting up the second one, but watch for Shrooms. Shrooms doesn't want to give this one without a fight. They move in, but just a little too late. Forced to watch as the second dragon now goes to Nasty Girls. But it's still close. Look at this, Durjnoon. This has been pestering Darius and Kung Pao, who will get a pull into tower. You're poisoned! And it's not going to be enough damage. Look at that Triumph heal. The Noxian Guillotine claiming that kill onto Durjnoon.
One of my favorite Darius skins is the Dunk Darius, just because I love hearing him scream slam dunk every time you Noxian Guillotine it.
Master Yi moving forward. Alpha striking, dodging the stun. Gonna get a significant HP back, and Mithra's on cooldown. Not anything you can do there. Alpha Strike claims a second kill. Isaac and this Yi proving to be a problem. Finding the kills now. Scoring the objective in the bot half and moving straight up and trying to take the objective into the top half. Oh, another mushroom comes down. We're up into 15 here on the field. It's starting to feel like Nasty Girls are finding a rhythm here of just kind of like pushing in, and when the time comes, rallying around Isaac and Master Yi. Watch for Shroom's going to have to try to find some kind of spark into this. Here's maybe a play. John moving into the bot lane with Realm Warp. Will find not Liam, who quickly... But, oh, you can't escape that as the Super Mega Death Rocket finds a target. Mithra roaming down will lock John up. But Rise, never on cooldown, has plenty of DPS to go, and I don't think Mithra quite has the pursuit here. You don't want to go too far as Lad hits that Grasping Roots and walks away. Oh.
And Tiltree ended up getting tower, which getting all excited in order to use that movement speed to escape through the enemy jungle.
Oh, and now turning around says, okay, please face check and follow. Do they know about Isaac? Now they do. They see him. Isaac using that Highlander to move forward, gets the first kill onto Liam, and now Mithra, you don't have a whole lot of HP. I don't know if there's an outplay to be had. Flashing any chance of a play. And and will kindly give away the kill to Tiltery. Nasty Girls really firing all cylinders right now. So if you're watching for Shrooms, what's going through your head right now? How do you slow this pace of this game and start to climb back from 4K down?
I don't know. They got any shutdowns going on Nasty Girls? Oh, Nasty Girls is loaded with shutdowns, so that could definitely be a huge gap closer for Shrooms to definitely make a comeback on the gold side of things.
Yeah, especially if you can get one of the big ones like onto this Master Yi, but man, Master Yi is just so scary. It's like challenging when you're in these positions when you get close to a pick, you don't want to overcommit. One of the highlights though here is this Durjan's Teemo in the top lane scoring another solo kill on to Darius. That could definitely be a point of power where they try to play around and get back into this game through the space that Durjan's creating for themselves in the top lane. Thank you, another dumpling. I see it. In fact, I see a few on the map right now. Mark them down. Are we gonna... We're approaching 20 spotted on camera here.
We need to have DJ Khaled up in here, because every time we've seen one, just another one.
And now another dragon. Number 3. Nasty Girls has had these locked in so far. And they are definitely looking strong right now. Oh, Briar. Another ult goes through. Unfortunately not finding its mark. Which means no Briar ult available for this dragon here. They were hoping to find a pick before it, which I think was the right play. And unfortunately, Teemo kind of all alone in the top side.
Nasty Girls have started drag. Oh man, there's a lot of CC and AoE happening, and Tiltery with the excited shots.
Well, third dragon goes to Nasty Girls, and but they did get a shutdown here. Oh my gosh, level 99 Pikachu is so fast. Highlander just lasts forever.
Dropping Rift Herald bot.
Somebody ride it. Someone drive it. Drive it. Drive it! Oh no. Okay, fine.
I personally like driving the Rift Herald into tower.
I like driving the Rift Herald through the jungle. Just to see if I can, like... There we go! Tokyo drift around all the edges. This is a complete donut. John, thank you. It's one of those you get in and you're like, nope, I'm actually not going to take this all the way to the turret.
Ooh, Briar ult in on Kung Pao. And getting getting some gold. That gold deficit is about the same.
Yeah, fairly significant here lead for Nasty Girls. Definitely the biggest lead at 20 minutes we've seen so far.
But if they do have plenty of objective gold going on as well too, that could really help close that. Oh, this might be huge. Oh,
Flash Ghost used. Ooh, Kha'Zix ends up scoring it, so that's what you gotta do, one pick at a time to try to get back into these games.
so we still got a shutdown on Rise and Zyra on Nasty.
Wow, not Liam using that moonlight to scare off Tiltery and Lad, who don't wanna die so easily here.
Uh-oh. Man, always hearing Yi zooming in and then that alpha. It's...
Oh, all right. I'm back.
Welcome back.
You know,
Welcome
it's good to
back,
be
Kate.
back. Oh, drop my mic. Or drop my headset. There we go. There we go. All is well with the world.
Well, all is certainly well in the world of Nasty Girls, who are knocking on the inhibitor door here. Dersnun, putting out Shroom number 23 and 20, or get 24 now. Before going down, Kung Pao getting some revenge for the early kills. And this is terrifying. I personally, long range certain death spells, disaster for Tiltery.
That was a good play on Kha'Zix though. That was... Tiltery tried with the snap traps though. That I never thought of that. That's a smart play to stand on your own snap traps and wait for the engage.
Come on, hit the shroom. Hit the shroom. Hit the shroom. He kept going back and forth on the shroom. I was like, is he gonna get it? Is he gonna it?
There it is. Surely it's coming.
It's coming. There it is.
And there it is. Claimed. Does that now mean that not Liam can catch? I don't know. There's no shrooms up ahead. There's a teleport coming, though, into the top lanes. There might be more of a fight here. We got multiple members trying to surround John.
Who's going to get the shutdown?
Realm Warp, not available.
And Kha'Zix with the shutdown gold.
They did commit everyone to that half of the map, so this Otacon is going to be completely unchallenged here for Nasty Girls.
Swinging the myth on the E for Kung Pao, allowing Nami to get away. And ult coming in, and does it hit? Oh!
Oof. All right, they strike up the soul right here. They're freshly boosted with Otacon, and everyone from Watch for Shrooms so far away. They burn Zyra Stranglethorns just to get it down even faster. And that is soul claimed for the Nasty Girls.
Zik got caught out there. Kelton coming in. Is he gonna have the pole? There's the pole.
Oh, just missed. But who's not missing is Master Yi with these alpha strikes, just cleaning up in the back lines, running everybody down. Now you got Kelton being so big with that Conqueror moving through. And that spells all 5 down.
Means that is to be a double in his down. With all 5 down, this could be a push to win here.
Yeah, you still have death timers of just a few seconds on Aphelios and Nami, but I don't know if that's enough. You have so much damage here. First turret down, and it looks like Nasty Girls is gonna end this game. Just padding the stats for a few more kills. Going all the way to the Nexus before claiming the win. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Nasty Girls.
You've been a nasty girl. Nasty, nasty, nasty girl.
Big plays, big moves, big brains. Lots of fun. Good vibes.
Better pizza, better ingredients. Papa John. Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Please endorse us. What?
please endorse.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for continuing to watch. That was a great showcase of games. Congratulations to Nasty Girls and for Watcher Shrooms. Really, there are no losers in the Pearl Invitational. An excellent show match here. Really great play from everyone. I can think of some huge highlights that all 10 players had tonight. And hopefully everyone participating in Season 18 had some highlights from this last season that you had as well. Before we go, I want to give each of you the opportunity. Do you want to say any last things before we kind of close out the broadcast?
Yeah, you know what? I had a wonderful time. I look forward to whatever mid-season, postseason, preseason, another seasons. Hopefully get a chance to shoutcast again. Also shout outs to Space Dandy and Sam. I mean, thank you guys for, making this something I could ease into. I've always wanted to do shoutcasting for League, and so to have the opportunity to do it with such an amazing group of guys was a good experience, and I am so excited for what comes next for CMSA eSport.
Stop. You're going to make me blush over here. So nice.
Gone.
Space Dandy, anything you'd like to say before the end of the broadcast?
I had a good time. Loved watching the games, playing with people throughout the season as well too. Just like Cake, first chance and opportunity to do shoutcasting. I had a great time with it and everything else. Hopefully it came through clear. Everybody had a good time. Hopefully I did all right. If not, well, flame me in the VOD, I guess. But anyway, no, I had a good time. Had a lot of fun. Sam, you're outrageous. Oh man, I love it. I loved when you were getting so excited at some parts. It was just pure distortion, and I loved every minute of it.
Pure distortion. I gotta fix my mic for next season. Well, thank you both for being on the broadcast with me. It was a pleasure to cast alongside you. If you're watching, thank you so much for sticking around. Also, please sign up. Look for the sign up for future CMSA leagues. And if you'd like to try your hand at shoutcasting, please reach out whenever we have invitationals or at the start of the season when we're looking for shoutcasters. So we'd love to have you join us. Thank you also to Jogan for producing tonight. And I think with that said, tune in for the next 2 weeks. We'll be doing Ruby Invitationals 1 week from today. So it'll be very exciting to watch. So we will see you then. Good night, everyone. As always, be kind to one another.